Hello, everybody. Hello. This is HQ. HQ on this Friday evening. Um, we have a nice subject going here. Why do women leave? I came up with some good information about why women leave, right? I mean, we leave for a variety of reasons, but I think I narrowed it down to like five very good reasons why people leave. And it's five definite ones simply because it's not a matter of whether she leaves then or later. It's the fact that this is the catalyst, or this is what makes her, compels her to leave. Now, the five reasons may be different for a lot of people, but these right here, most women can stay. Most women can stay. And I'm not saying that they leave because of these five, totally because of these five reasons. I'm saying these are major catalysts for women leaving. And most women will agree. This is why they normally would leave out of a relationship. If they were going to leave, it would be a combination of these five or one of these five, right? So let's get down to those five. And I memorized all of these. I knew them for years ago because it's true for most women. And they'll tell you when I mention the five, they're going to say, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, number one, disrespecting the marital or relationship in general. That's number one. It's not the most important, but it's one of the major components of why a woman leaves. Disrespecting this relationship can take a lot of forms. It does take a lot of forms, right? It involves behaviors, attitudes, choices, undermining that trust, intimacy, and the partnership relationship. I wrote these down. Okay. Emotionally disrespecting this woman. You neglect her emotional needs. I have heard men say women are emotional creatures. If we're such emotional creatures, why is it that you don't care enough to get to know us? You fail to listen. You fail to show empathy or be present in our relationships with you. A lot of gaslighting, manipulation, dismissing how I feel, dismissing how anyone feels or thinks about what I feel or think. And this is done just to control my behavior, just to control what I do. And you don't have accountability for what you do. So you gaslight me, taking me for granted, failing to appreciate what I contribute, or assume that I'll always do what you ask and what you say. Criticism and contempt for how I feel. When you harshly criticize or mock your partner, or you ignore any kind of issue that I bring up. Instead of telling me I'll address it at a specific time or later or whatever, you don't want to do that. So you gaslight me or put me off. You embarrass me in public. Disrespect me in public. Flirt with other women. Engage in those kind of behaviors that make me uncomfortable. Inappropriate friendships, girl friendships, online, checking yes, good looking, cute, hearts, emojis, all those kind of things online that you do and give to women or your spouse. Hiding messages. Spending time with your boys, and your boys are spending time with women, so therefore you're spending time with women. Betraying my trust. Having an affair, an emotional affair. Being dishonest in a relationship about most things. A lot of things I've heard men say, I'm not going to tell her everything. That's disrespecting the relationship. Or not following through on things you've promised to me. Or not following things up that you promised to have done for the family. You don't support me. You don't support me going back to school. You don't support me wanting to better myself on the job. You don't support me doing any of those kind of things. My aspirations, my goals, you don't support those things. And not contributing to the household, parental, not helping, how do I put this? I tried to figure it. Not helping with the parental duties that we have around the house. Being dismissive of what I have to do as a mother, as a wife, ignoring my needs, prioritizing other people, friends, family, you name it, over me. These are reasons and ways that people disrespect relationships. Disrespect the relationship, the marital relationship. That's number one. Number two is disrespecting family. My family, my children. If I have any before you. Verbally disrespecting, cussing out, rude, offensive language. Dismissing them as though they're not important to me. Although you're trying to make me important to you, you fail to understand how important these things are to me. A lack of consideration. Ignoring boundaries. Not wanting to contribute to the family, growing the family, making the family better. Communicating. Dishonesty. Lying to me about family, lying to family about me, keeping secrets from us, keeping secrets in the family, breaking promises. Woo, that's a big one. Breaking promises to me. That's disrespecting our family. This is something a man and a woman can do. Disrespecting the family. But I'm talking in general, I'm talking majorly why women leave. Because men say women don't leave, they leave for no reason. Oh no, ain't no way. When the minute she's ready, the minute she walks out and you don't know anything, you say, oh, she walked out. I don't know why she walked out. Yeah, you do, if you think about it. Publicly criticizing me, telling me that I'm less than, I need to do this, I need to do that, I'm not good enough. And a lot of men do that because we've heard that a lot lately. Oh, you ain't good enough. You 10 pounds overweight, you ain't good enough. Oh, you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you need to do this. I mean, it's really not how we go in. It's not, women don't sit around and say, hey, look, Hey, honey. Hey, husband. You're not educated enough. You need to go back to school. You're dumb dumb. You need to go back to school. Okay. Sometimes this is unintentional, but it happens. And she lets it go on and on and on and on until she cannot take it anymore. As I said, it's unintentional sometimes. It's important to communicate in a relationship behaviors that are hurtful to your spouse. Okay. And that's why communication and emotional maturity is so important. That's number two. Number one is disrespecting our relationship. Number two is disrespecting my family, children, values, all of those things. What does number three look like? Number three is when a man don't want to provide for his family. In other words, when he lazy and he don't want to work. Woman is only going to take that for so long. What does that bring about? That means he's neglectful. He's laying down on his duties as a husband, as a father. Some people, some of y'all, some men, some women, all y'all refuse to work. Avoids employment, sits on the Game Boy all day, goes out with his friends all day, drops me off at work, drives around in the car, runs the gas out of the car, mismanages the money, don't want to pay for nothing, but he got money in his pocket to pay for what he want. He got them new Air Force Ones and Jordans. He got all that. Nice fits. All nice. Everything good. But the kids ain't got no nice fits, no shoes, no this, that, and the third, no money for school, none of that. Don't want to help clean up. Don't want to do any of these things. No, we ain't just talking about nug. There's some men out there who just go to work, come home, take a shower, eat his dinner, expect it to be on the table, and then go to bed. That ain't no nug. That's regular dudes. Some dudes do that. And they ain't considered no nugs. This ain't nug behavior. Okay. This is real men behavior. Because some of y'all believe that that's all you need to do is go to work, bring home a paycheck, and you don't have to do nothing else. Don't ask me to cook, don't clean, don't ask me to do nothing. Don't ask me to interact with the kids, don't ask me to do nothing. But let me bring a paycheck home, let me take a shower, and let me go to bed, and that's all I got to do. That's neglecting your relationship. Don't show no interest in the family whatsoever. That means you come in the door and you go to sleep, take a shower, and that's it. And you think you're a good man when you do that. That's not nug. That's a regular man. There's some men who do that all the time. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Expect me to get out and pump the gas. You expect me to walk into the store and pay for everything, and you don't put your hand in your pocket at all. I got to pull my purse out. I notice that kind of stuff when I go to the store. I notice when I see a man and a woman together and I see whether she pull out her purse or he pull out his wallet. I look at that and be like, what kind of dynamic is that he would let me pull my purse out and pay for stuff, but he wouldn't pull his wallet out and pay for stuff? I look at that kind of thing. Because when I'm here, when I'm with you, I don't expect to pay for stuff, especially if we're a husband and a wife team. You're the provider. You're the one that's supposed to pull out your wallet. I never should have to pull out my wallet unless you say, hey, hon, I haven't went to the bank. I don't have any cash. Blah, blah, blah. That is very impactful on a family when a man does not want to provide for his family. That's number three. Better words are he's a lazy bum and he don't want to really contribute to the family. He just wants to go and pay. It takes two forms. One who doesn't want to work and doesn't want to pay for anything around the house. He allows her to do everything. She pays for groceries, she pays bills, all this garbage. Oh, I gave you $100. I gave you $100 last week. Knowing full well the damn bill is $500. How you think $100 gonna do anything for me? Yes, we're talking about married men. Sometimes we're talking about relationship. Okay. But I'm talking about specifically why women leave relationships. Number one is you disrespect the relationship. Number two is you disrespect her family, her children, her values, her morals, her thoughts. And number three is you don't want to work. Or you don't want, better still is better, you don't want to contribute to the household. So she's always pulling her wallet out at the bank. She's out at the store. She's always pulling her money out of the bank. She has all the bank accounts. You don't got no bank accounts. You don't got nothing. You just got a paycheck. You just come in the door and you got cash in your wallet. You got cash in the wallet, ain't got no bank account, ain't thought about no future, ain't thought about no investments, ain't thought about no stock, ain't thought about nothing. She doing all of that. And you supposed to be the provider. You're supposed to be wanting to do all of these things. This is the disrespect of the relationship. And then she gets tired of doing these things. I would get tired of pulling my wallet out at the store. I would get tired of getting out and pumping the gas. I would get tired of you telling me, oh, I gave you $100 on the bill. You ain't got enough. You work. And that ain't no nug neither. That's some normal, regular, everyday stuff that men say and do. Because they don't make as much as her sometimes. And this is what he says. Number four. Number one is disrespecting a relationship. Number two is disrespecting family. Number three is he don't want to work. Number four is he don't mind putting his hands and feet on no woman. He disrespects the women. A lot of men physically abuse women, verbally abuse women, and say they love them. Many reasons why they do it. Control and power. You know if you put your hands on a woman, you know if you've ever put your hands on a woman, that ain't considered, you ain't considered no good man. Abusing somebody is usually about power. And a lot of people do that. Oh, I don't mind slapping her. I don't mind doing that. You can't restrain yourself. And a lot of men equate controlling her behavior as love. I didn't say anything about what a woman did. We talking about why women leave. Women leave because they get physically abused. It's a learned behavior. You learn that. You grow up in a violent environment. You think that's normal. Abusing a woman, putting your hands on a woman. And I'm gonna have another show on the fact that this is what you consider no emotional regulation. This is the problem with a lot of people. They don't know how to regulate their emotions. So they act out and say all kinds of crazy shit. Stress, anger, frustration, they do all that, men and women. But I'm talking about why women leave. When you have a distorted belief about love, relationships, some people believe being jealous, showing jealousy, showing possessiveness, showing aggression, showing passion is caring for another human being. And that's stifling for a lot of women. I hit you because I care about you. I do this because I care about you. I tell you not to dress like that because I care about you. I don't want to see other men looking at you. That comes across as very possessive and insecure to women. Clingy to women. A lot of women don't like that. And they put up with it and they put up with it and they put up with it until they can't put up with it anymore. No, you're stifling me. You're smothering me. That's not a problem that she has. That's a problem that Men have, may have. These are reasons why women leave. Manipulating her, manipulating me into staying, into going, into cheating, into loving, into doing all of these things. Women just don't leave for no reason. There's reasons. These are all of the reasons, the things that I am saying. Men leave for these reasons too, but these are women's primary reasons for why they leave. Substance abuse may bring on violent things. Drinking. I personally am triggered when I see a drink in a man's hand. I will instantly, if I'm on a date with you and I see you drinking more than one or two, or I see you drinking hard liquor, I will get up and walk out, never to be seen again, because it's a trigger for me. Because I cannot stay with somebody who is a drinker or drug user or a person that verbally abuse. I will instantly get up and walk out. People often deny how serious this is. This is serious. When you have no emotional maturity, you have no emotional regulation. You cannot regulate your emotion, and that's a problem with women too. A serious problem with women, unable to regulate their emotions. So they get all out of pocket, calling you names, calling you this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. Poor emotional regulation on the part of women. When she's a hyena, screaming, hollering, calling you names, don't know how to put stuff in the past, don't know how to put stuff in a compartmentalized things that have happened previously, where they bring it up. And most of this emotion and most of this stress comes out of men physically. I'm not saying men beat up on women. I'm saying this is why women leave, because men don't have a problem putting their hands on women. Some men don't. And when I heard a person on a panel one day say, hey, what about the physical, what about domestic discipline? The minute I heard that word, the minute I hear someone say domestic discipline and we're in a relationship, I'm out. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about Heathen Queen sticking around. Heathen Queen ain't sticking around to get punched in the face by nobody. The minute I think violence is going to come my way, I'm out. And the problem is people don't understand how severe. You do not understand how violent it is to hear men say, call a woman the B word, the C word. That's why I don't tolerate it. Being called the B word, the C word, or anything else. Because that is one level away from you saying it's okay for you to swing on me. That's okay for you to say what you want to say to me. So when you can say what you want to say to me, that means you can do what you want to do with me. It's a trigger when someone tells me I can't do something. Heathen Queen is a heathen that way. The minute you tell me I can't, it's the minute I'm going to find a way to do it. Even to the detriment, and I understand that. I would never put my hands on another human being. I told you, I promised myself I would never do that when I was a kid. And I have never put my hands on another human being. I would never do that. Because I understand that's a destructive thing. This is number 4, physically abusing your partner. Number 1 is disrespecting the relationship. Number 2 is disrespecting family and children. Number 3 is not wanting to work. Number 4 is putting your hands and feet on a woman. These are reasons why she leave. The last one, number 5. It's not a surprise. Is when men cheat. When a man cheats in a relationship, and a woman thinks that you are hers, and you don't belong to anybody else, and she don't want nobody else to touch you. When a man cheats, it's profoundly emotional for that woman, psychological. It does damage. It does damage. And usually when women stay because of that, it's because it's a financial thing that she stays. It's an emotional thing that she stays. But that is in the back of her mind all the time. Even if she says she forgives you, she don't forget. Because cheating is an emotional thing. It's an emotional betrayal. Cheating violates the core foundation and trust of a relationship in the marriage. Leaving a person devastated and feeling insecure about their womanhood, about their manhood, because they can't rely on you not to put your dick in another woman's hands. When a woman discovers that a man has cheated, it triggers feelings of anger, sadness, humiliation, rejection. I'm not good enough. That's how she feels. Betrayal. That's how she feels. And she feels that, I don't know whether she ever gets past that. I don't know whether a woman gets past that. Please hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button. Men say, no, it's not the same for us. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, thinking of what I would think if I came home and I found that out. You kill a woman. You kill a woman's self-esteem when you do that. You kill her self-esteem. We question our worth to you. We feel worthless. We feel like we are not good enough. Our self-confidence is shot. It's like we're trash. It's like we feel like we are nothing to you. When we find out you have cheated, we feel like that. Depression. It's like we withdraw. It's like our personality withdraws. Our personality dies. That's when you get the hyena, because I cannot deal with what you did. So therefore, I'm coming out swinging. And swinging means I'm calling you names. I'm calling you bitch ass nigger. I'm saying you ain't no good. You are child. I can't depend on you. This is when you find the woman turns bitter. This is what happens when these things happen. This is how she feels. You damage the relationship. You damage it. Infidelity. I can't talk to you. I don't know what the hell you doing. So therefore, I withdraw because I'm so hurt. It's such a deep pain to her. that she don't know where to go with this. She don't know how to feel. So she withdraws from you. And if you really look back at it, when you cheated and she knew, look at her behavior. Look at her behavior. Bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't this. Da da da. Even though you around, she says these things to you. She don't know what the future is like. She don't know what to do. She don't know what you doing. You may leave, and then she got to deal with all the things she doing. She's scared you're gonna leave. She's scared you're gonna stay. Can she forgive you? Did you put your mouth on her? Did you put your mouth on this other woman? And then you want to put your mouth on me? And then you might expose her to a disease or any of these things. There's only a couple ways to deal with it. You go to therapy, or you end it, or you set boundaries, or however you want to do it. It's a deeply personal thing. So when men say it's not the same for you, if I cheat, it ain't the same. Yes, the fuck it is. It's even worse, because that's when you get the other side of her personality, the other side of the personality that has no emotional regulation, that does not know how to stop pulling that pain from the back and throwing it in your face, who doesn't know how to stop calling you names. It's all the way the same. It's all the way the same. Don't speak for women. I'm speaking for women. It's the same. We will tell you it's the same. Those are the 5 reasons right there in plain sight why women leave. She may not leave the next day, but she is gone emotionally. And you have to do work to get her back. She may go physically or emotionally, but Lord help you if she stay and she is gone emotionally. People say, why do women become bitter? Women become bitter because of these 5 major things. It is the same. Unless she's people keep saying it's not the same. Some women know how to compartmentalize these things. Some women, it may not bother because they don't have that a strict moral compass or whatever. They don't care. There's all kinds of people on each end of the scale. Some women don't care and compartmentalize that. Some women lose their mind, but the rest of us are in the middle where it will bother us. And this is what I mean when I hear people say it's not the same as it is for women. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We just express it differently. Talking to you crazy. I don't talk to you 2-point crazy, but I don't listen to what you say no more. You don't get consideration no more. Every time you do something crazy, I'm twisting my face up. This nigga here. I'm telling the kids, no, you know you can't depend on your daddy. You know you can't do that. If you cheated and you look at the behaviors of what I'm saying. I speak for majority of people. Y'all like to be specific about what men think. All men don't think women are 304s. That's just a given. I'm not speaking for men when I say something like that. All men don't think of women as 304s. I'm saying these are the 5 main reasons why a woman would leave you. You cheated in year 1. You treated her like trash in year 2. You cheated again, and then you stopped cheating. 5 years, 10 years go by. You stop cheating, but I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot that you cheated. But all this time, you think You think I forgot? Ain't no windmilling. I'm straight up on this one. You all just don't like it. You all just don't like it. I'm saying there's 5 reasons why women leave, and men always get on panels and say women leave for no reason. She's emotional. If I'm such a damn emotional creature and you wish to be in my cream pie, why is it that you haven't figured out how to deal with me if I'm such an emotional creature? Women are such emotional creatures. Why ain't you learn to deal with us if that's what we do? Men are logical. Men are problem solvers. Remember? Okay, so solve that problem. If I'm such an emotional creature, why haven't you figured out how to deal with me? How to help me self-regulate? That's the question. I'm such an issue. I feel things. I do things. I'm based off emotion. I don't pay attention. I do all of it. If I do all of this, if I am such an emotional person and I don't know how to regulate and I don't know how to do all of this, why haven't you figured out how to navigate how I feel? Okay. No, that's not my problem. I said, if you want to deal with a woman and she's such an emotional creature, why haven't you figured out how to navigate that emotional creature? That's not my problem. I'm always going to be emotional. And you're always going to want cream pie. And if you don't figure out how to deal with this emotional creature, the relationship is not going to work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're not talking about women cheating. We're talking about men, why women leave. Okay? Don't get up here talking about why women leave. We're not talking about that. We're talking about men saying women leave for no reason. And I'm saying she leaves for a reason. These are 5 of the most major reasons why she leaves. And it may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. But she leaves for a reason. Oh, I didn't know. She just left me out of the blue. She just left me. We're talking about why she leaves the men. We're not talking about why she leaves for herself. Because men seem to think they have the moral high ground on women and why they stay and why they leave and why they do this and that. I'm such an emotional creature. I have such high, I don't know how to control myself, yet and still you keep coming over here wanting the unsee. I ain't moving no goalposts. I gave you 5 reasons. Those 5 reasons cannot be disputed. I'm saying, don't tell me women don't leave for no reason. I've heard that many times. Women leave for 5 major reasons. They don't just up and walk out the door for no reason. They walk out the door for reasons, and these are 5 major ones. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button, people. The Cash App is pinned to the top of the comment. If you like the commentary, please contribute to that. Thank you very much. I have Jay on the panel. Hello, Jay.
HQ, you need to rephrase what you're saying.
What am I saying?
Your preposition was top 5 reasons that women leave.
Top 5 reasons that women leave. Yes.
So the top 5, none of that has nothing to do with the women doing anything wrong. Then the top 5 reasons women leave is all based because of the men. This has no accountability on the women at all.
We're not talking about why she leaves for herself. We're talking about what happens. What does a man do to make her leave? I said the 5 major. Didn't you hear the word major?
Yes, major
reasons
that why she leaves has nothing to do with her.
You mean to tell me you honestly think if you doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, that she just up and found her a Pookie and said, I'm leaving because of Pookie?
So in this instance, women are infallible. They don't make no
That's not
mistakes.
what I'm saying. I'm
It is
saying
what you're saying, because you're
when
saying the top
people get,
5 reasons women leave has nothing to do with any action that they're taking. It's all men. The men
so
is
if
the
I
only.
said this is this is 5 of 10 reasons why she left, that would be okay?
No. Is this the top 5 reasons because of a man she leaves, or is it the top 5 reasons
Because of the
that she
man
leaves?
she leaves.
You got to
I'm
say that
talking about
then.
the man.
I know, but this is not the then this is not the top 5 reasons she leaves. Top 5 reasons she leaves, because that's saying women don't ever mess up.
Okay. Okay.
The top
Okay.
5 reasons a man would cause a
Yes,
woman to leave.
that's right.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
do that.
Not the top 5 reasons she leaves, period. Because I
I
know
didn't say only that. I didn't say only. I said
that's
these are 5 reasons why she leaves. Omar,
Hello.
Black America.
Omar. What up?
Good evening.
How's it going?
What you got to say, Black
Good
America?
afternoon.
Hey, hey.
What's up, Black?
I, 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 I'm dumbfounded, right? Because just like Jay said, so I don't think that women realize that men act out because of something that a woman does. I told you before, I talk to men that are either divorced, getting through a divorce, going through a divorce, having problems with a woman. I talk to these men every day. And
Mm,
these men don't just run out and cheat. These men, if you're having sex once or twice a year, I don't browbeat them for going to get no pussy. I don't. I don't get upset with them. I say, be prepared to leave. Be prepared to get kicked out. Be prepared to have to either get a spot. Be prepared to either put her out or whatever. Because when she finds out, because if we keep it up, vagina is addictive. God made vagina good. It's addictive. I don't care. All of these dudes talking about deep discipline and all of that stuff. God made it good so that we don't harm you guys. And we are actually willing to give our lives for you.
mhm.
And it's crazy that I've never heard of a woman going and giving her life for a man. It's always the inverse. You guys you guys value to us has to do with your intimacy. It's one of the main things. Once that stuff get cut off
Mhm.
and you acting like a B word, then you no longer have value to us. When I can't come home and get a meal or no sex, you don't have any value to me. But we built something over the last 20 years. I'm not just leaving my shit
Right.
because you're not giving me no vagina. I still love the hell out of you. I'ma still kill and die for you, but I I'm not happy. And then what you going all these gentlemen, if you tell your woman that you're unhappy with something she's doing, it's always a retort, then it's an argument, then it's even less pussy and more of acting like a bitch. All of these men will
Every
tell you
time.
that
Every time.
every time. It's
Mm,
always pushback. It's never, you know what? I can see that. I'll take accountability for that. It's never that, HQ. So
mhm.
the reason men leave, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a quick story. This is gonna take about another 30 seconds. I
Go
got a
ahead,
guy
Omar.
who
Go ahead.
he just got out of a marriage. 18 years he's been in this marriage. The
Mm,
last 10 years. Now, his wife doesn't work. Okay. He's a regular blue collar working man, higher on the higher side,
right.
over 100 a year, right?
Right.
Sex once, twice a year, right?
Oof.
He goes out and go get some vagina, you know, they get a divorce. He said in the meeting, he has had more sex now than the whole 18 years of marriage. He's only been divorced 8 months.
Mm,
So what I'm saying is, and he's happy, he's looking younger. He was already in great shape. When men get to this side of it without getting bogged down in the depression of I lost my wife, I lost my kids, and all of that stuff, it's so much better for men. Like
Mhm.
I say, let these bitches go. Once they start acting out, cancel. Fuck it. Pay her the money. It's only going to be for he's paying for 8 years. It's only going to be for a short amount of time, and you get to go on and live your life. That's what I say. All
Mm.
right, guys, take on off. I'm going on mute.
Thank you. Hey, what is it? Omar. Hello. I'm
Can you
trying.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. For the longest time, I've been trying to get on, but this one kind of sparked a little trigger in me because I
Yeah.
was married for 11 years, and I was the guy that was doing seemingly everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she still had problems. We had a beautiful child. She's married now, and most of the time she would always tell me that she wants to mimic what I have now with my current partner, because what I had with my wife, she wants to avoid all that, everything that
Mm.
she. So when you say, for instance, women leave because uh, you know whether it be what men do or certain men do, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't resonate with me. I can see other men um, doing these things that you're saying, but for me, it wasn't like that at all. I was almost simping uh, for her, and being a military guy.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear some things about some black pill that went on and stuff like that, but again, I never proved it. But um,
Mm.
yeah, it was just it's just triggering because of that, because I was that guy, I was that good fellow, but no, it's just she
Right.
wanted to do what she wanted to do. It wasn't something that I was triggering in her. It was just that she just wanted to do it. She just wanted to be that person, you know what I mean?
No,
So
I'm not saying these five are the only thing, the only reasons. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you speak to women, they say, I didn't leave for any reason. I didn't leave just to be leaving. I didn't leave because of this. I was neglected. I didn't feel wanted. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel all of these things. Maybe it's not something that you did do. Maybe it's just something that you didn't do. I mean, it could be a very myriad of reasons why. I'm just saying when I spoke to women, they gave me these five reasons why a woman would walk out that door, and then he probably wouldn't know because maybe he did it at the beginning. Maybe he didn't realize he did what he did. Maybe him calling my mother a B word all the time didn't occur to me until later on, and then I was like, no, I can't deal with that kind of thing. I mean, I'm just saying these are reasons because when I get on panels, I hear men say, "No, she left for no reason." There is always a reason why people walk out the door. It's always a reason. Even men. Black America gave us that reason. She not giving me sex, and I need sex, or she not giving me this, that, and the third, or intimacy, as he says. Women, not necessarily. If you don't give her sex, she's not necessarily going to leave because you're not giving her sex, but she's going to leave because of some other reason that she may or may not be able to articulate.
mm,
Okay. Maybe
HQ.
she didn't feel appreciated. Maybe she wanted to go to school in the beginning of your marriage and you said no, we couldn't afford it, and she still had that resentment. There's a many varied reasons why, but I'm saying these five have always come up in conversations when I've talked to these ladies. These are the main reasons why. There's a whole bunch of other ones, I'm sure, but these were the main ones. So
Hey,
it's not all encompassing list. It just is the list, the major list. Thank you, Omar. G Honda, sir, we hear you.
HQ, at what point does it become okay? So, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can
says
y'all hear
Mm-hmm.
me?
Samsung. It's that
Yeah,
Samsung.
in and
Oh,
out,
okay,
in and
okay.
out.
How y'all doing? Salute. Salute. First of all, salute to everybody on the panel.
Thank you.
So at what point? So at what point does it become? a mutual thing for the household. So you just said something about a lot of people, like some women getting friction in their marriage over if she decide to go back to school or decide to do something drastic and resent for that. So at what point does it become okay, we got to do what's best for the family and what's best for the household? Why should there be any resentment there when there shouldn't be?
Why would there be? Why is there a lot of? Why is there? Why do you resent the fact that she does this, that, and the third? We don't know why people resent what they resent.
No,
We don't know. I don't know why a person would resent you
That
not letting her go back to school. I have
is she
no
not ready
can't be
for a marriage
HQ.
then?
That
The whole
can't.
point is not every person is meant to be married. Not every person knows how to function in a marriage.
Yeah.
Not
So the
every
reason
person
she
is
left was
emotionally.
because she wasn't ready for a marriage. That's what the reason is, not because of something he did. The reason she
She
left
was
is because
selfish.
she wasn't ready. She was
Of
selfish.
course,
So
of
the
course. As
excuses
I
that
said,
you get in all these
Selfishness.
reasons, while some are valid in certain
yes, they
circumstances,
are valid.
some are
There's
valid in
other
certain
ones
circumstances.
too.
What
Excuses.
you just said that she had resentment because he wouldn't let
Jay,
her go to
wasn't G
school.
Honda talking? How you jumping in over G Honda?
Not tonight.
G Honda, finish, please. G Honda, go ahead.
No, I was
G Honda.
saying no. I'm saying no. He was no. You good? Because like no, I was just saying about that. The topic I was just
But you
asking
make
you. The
it
question
seem
I
as
was.
though I'm saying that she doesn't leave because she has reasons. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I just said the
No,
5 main reasons
no.
why
I'm.
women have told me they leave. You all may say
But see, a
she's not.
lot of HQ. A lot of those reasons are wrongful reasons in different contexts. Because you putting your desires over your family obligations.
Who
So
said
you
that?
creating.
Who said that that is the main reason, or who said that people get married just to put the family above everything? Do every human being put their family above everything? Men
When
and
you
women.
that
Be
that
honest.
is
Be
that
honest.
is
Some men don't
that
put
is
that above.
paramount. That is paramount. That is paramount priority when you get married.
Of
HQ.
course.
I know. I know. I know that's not the case in mass. And we know that's not as obvious.
Okay, then. So
But
why are you
when
asking
you
that
but
question?
hold on,
Like
hold on,
that's
hold on,
something weird.
hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So if you're gonna put something like something you want to do above your obligation as if you keeping your family together, but you're gonna resent your husband, this man that's a good husband, a good father, but just because he didn't approve of something that you wanted to do, you want to lead a situation and break up your whole family.
Right, right.
See,
I'm just
that wasn't incorporated in your 5 reasonings.
yeah, but that's not a that's not
And
one of
and
the
we and
major reasons. That's a simple resentment of
it's the
a thought.
reality though, HQ.
What?
It's a reality though. It's a reality. How
But
many
we're
times?
talking
How many
about
times do
we're
we see
talking
this on the
about
regular?
but we're talking about why she leaves. We're talking about major reasons why she leaves. I gave you the major reason. I didn't give you this
So,
small reason. She resent you telling her not
so
to.
reason. So no. HQ, you saying reasons that she leaves that's not her fault. That's what you trying to say. That's what you trying to say.
But
You
we're
trying
not
to say
talking about
reasons
reasons
that
because
because
of
all
what
5
she.
reasons include
But
it not being her fault.
you doing the same thing that Jay did.
That's what you trying to say. That you saying it without
I
saying it.
just said we weren't addressing. See, you're not sticking to the topic. You want to drag something else in. You want to drag her accountability in.
It's
We're
all the
not
topic.
talking about her accountability. We're talking about his accountability to why he contributed to the failing
She
of the
in the
relationship.
marriage, ain't she? It takes her to get married, don't it? She's in the marriage, ain't she? So her
If I listed
accountability hold just as much weight. Come on,
G
stop
Honda,
leaving her out. Stop.
G Honda, if I listed every reason why people got a divorce, we'd be on here for days and days. That's not what I
And
did.
you will leave out the
I
women
listed I listed the reason.
and with us being here for
Hold
days and
on,
days,
hold on.
you'll leave out every woman's excuse.
Because I'm addressing these excuses. I'm addressing these things. If I
You
wanted to
can't
address
leave out
why,
their excuses.
if I wanted to address
You
why
can't
you left, we ain't gonna have this
address the
issue,
full
are we?
circle. Keep the full
Wait
specs
a
in
minute.
the
Hold on.
motion.
If I addressed why you left, this would be okay. If I addressed and said you left because she didn't give me no sex, there would be no pushback on anything else. Why is there pushback on why she would leave?
But see,
But it
why's
wouldn't
the
be no,
reason?
it wouldn't be no
What's
pushback.
the
It wouldn't
reason?
be no
What's
pushback
the
on the
reason?
y'all not getting no
What's the
sex.
reason? What's the reason for it being a sexless marriage? What's the reason for it being a sexless marriage? Don't just say she not giving me no sex.
But that's
Why is
not a
it a
reason why a
sexless
woman
marriage?
leaves.
What did I do? What did I do and contribute to the fact that it being a sexless marriage in the first place?
Yeah.
Come
What
on,
did you do?
talk
What
about
did
the
you
full
do?
specs. Don't just
What did you
take a piece.
do?
Don't just pencil it and put piece by piece
Honda,
into it.
I'm asking you, why does a
Come
woman
on now.
say why does a woman say she ain't giving you no sex?
It could be a bevy of reasons. We probably ain't on the same page. If in some imaginary world I didn't properly vet and we not really vibing like that, and we just together just to say we together.
So those
A many
valid
of bullshit
so you
reasons.
think those are valid reasons why she ain't giving you sex or invalid?
Well, you want me to personalize it? Because I swear to God, I never had this problem in my life.
Some of the ladies in the chat, the ladies talking in the chat, give us some valid reasons why a woman wouldn't
Would
want to
not
be
give her
intimate with
husband
her
sex.
husband. Just, I mean, honestly, what are some reasons? And I'm not talking about nugs.
Never
I'm
had
talking
that
about
issue.
you in
Never
a
had that
marriage.
issue.
What are some reasons that you wouldn't want to
Won't
give
give a
your
woman,
husband
won't give a
physical
husband sex.
intimacy
Or yeah.
in a
Why?
marriage? Why? Please, in the chat, or the women.
We talking about the women. We're not talking about the men. We're not talking what you
I'm asking the women a question. That's why I'm asking
there's
the
men
women.
that are
HQ.
answering. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't ask for romance. Don't ask for romance. What does
I'll
that mean? What do you mean?
I go because I was actually pumping iron.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, come on up next time, Omar. We would definitely love to have you back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick.
Yes, sir.
I think that most of the issues that modern women have nowadays, using your examples of why they leave as well, is because they do absolutely no vetting at all. And so what ends up happening is that they don't know the man; they just know the possibility of that man. It's like they start to get into this like fairy tale situation where I can build with this man, but they don't really understand what that means. They don't
But
understand.
see, I have to push back on that. Most people don't know how to vet. Most people don't. Most men see a nice rack and this, that, and the third, and then try to fit her into his
But for
dream
men,
of what he wants a woman. And a woman
it,
does the same thing.
yeah,
None of us know how to vet like that.
sure, but it is a little different between men and women
Who is
because
y'all?
who's what?
What do you mean?
No, what
I'm
I
saying
mean.
most people don't know how to vet. Most people don't know how to properly vet because men would have better relationships if that were the case, and they don't. So it's men and
Right.
women both who don't
There
know how
is,
to do the vetting.
but there is a difference between men and women when it comes to that, because if we don't know how to vet as well, we'll still be providing for the most part. For the most part, but and it isn't like that. They have to really vet the man they're going to be with, because they will be dependent on that man for the most part. For the most part. And so there is a difference there. I can miss basically on vetting on a couple of things, and still be with that woman and still build together. But it's not the same for women towards men. Anyways, that was
Okay. Well, thank you, Omar. Please, let's see you again. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you. I got a question for you guys. I got a question, and something triggered it. What was it that triggered it? How long does somebody have to be in a relationship before you consider it successful? You mean to tell me you don't think a 10-year relationship is successful? Or do you think a 10-year relationship is successful? So why is it that we have men in the comments saying Michael Jordan didn't vet or somebody didn't vet? If a 10-year relationship
you can't
is
leave out.
What?
But see, HQ, you can't leave out the fact that what's the quality of that relationship? What's the confines and basis of that relationship, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
because
but
a
we
lot of
but we don't
marriages
know.
and
We
relationships we
will
have
never know
today,
that.
they're strictly transactional.
But we
Oh,
never
okay,
know. But
okay.
we never
So,
know
but see, let's base it. Let's but HQ, let's base it off the fact that we don't
Hold
have
on, PC
many
76.
marriages today.
Yeah, hey, hey. Oh Lord, he got a nug shirt on. Keep going, G Honda.
Yeah, I'm just, what did you want me to
Hold
reiterate?
on.
What you,
Hey, thank you. Hey, say hi to the panel.
hey, I appreciate all you
Hold on.
guys.
G Honda is talking, huh? Hold on. G Honda, you froze. We can
Oh
hear
yeah,
we
I'm
can hear
good.
you,
Y'all,
G
y'all
Honda.
hear me now?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Go.
All right, all right. So, all right. So basically, what's the quality of these relationships and our marriages that we having, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you got to look at en masse, like since we don't have
Oh.
That's possible.
Hello, PC 76. Are we
Hey, good.
calling you
Hey,
PC 76 or we calling you Nug? Which one we doing?
whatever feels comfortable coming off your
And
tongue.
why you got a t-shirt on saying Nug? What's going
Because
on?
hey, you know me, I support SBC Nation. You already know that. Come on now, HQ. You gotta be kidding me. Come on now.
What do you got to contribute with your
hey,
Nug
hey,
t-shirt
hey,
on,
hey,
boy?
hey, 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 HQ. I'm just saying, like, we know there is way more women on this planet than there are men. So I'm trying to stay in tune with the topic right now. I say why women leave men. So
Right.
you basically telling me if a woman find a man, which is y'all outnumbered. So if you find a man, why would you leave him when the creator put you here for a man? So that's why I get confused that or kind of lost that if you find a man and you're here on this planet to be with a man and you make it this far in the fight, why would you leave him? I mean, I've been married because I heard a lady, I forget her name, but she said this was about being married and having kids. I left my
Mhm.
wife because I got a high standard and she stepped out on me and she was cheating. So I'm the type of person where I raise the bar. Once I find something in you, I'm gone. And I got two beautiful twins, and we co-parent like the best of friends to this day. Because it's all
You
about
said once you find something, you gone. What do you mean by find something?
like if you no my bottom line is if you cheat on me and I know where I set my standard at, I'm out of there. I'm gone. And by me
Right.
raising that standard, it's like you gotta to you for in order for you to be happy, you gotta exceed me to find a next man. And it's just, I mean, it's been a roller coaster for her. But she found someone, she happy. I want her to be happy. But
So
woman,
how did you navigate being single? Do you have resentment for
no, it was I put myself in a position for that to happen. So I always reflect anything that happens to me, I reflect back on myself and how can I get better. So once I took myself out of that situation, I took a few months, maybe 13 months off to get myself healed because I never like to carry over. And that's something women do. And you don't bring up HQ because a woman that carry over from one relationship to other and
I
they'll hinder them.
did. I said that. I
I must
said
have
that
missed it.
resentment. She becomes that hyena. All that
Excuse,
she does
they
all
should
that.
never do that. You want to heal yourself to give that next person the same opportunity you gave that last person.
Right.
Because if you don't, you'll miss your blessings. And I've
Right.
seen that happen.
And
But
that's
if,
that emotional regulation that I'm talking about. If you don't know how to emotionally regulate yourself or have emotional maturity, ain't no way you're going to be able to deal with another relationship if you haven't dealt with that last relationship in which you messed up or he messed up or however it went.
so how many women have you known have done that, HQ? Because it's hard for women to do that because they have to like
Very
what I do.
rarely.
Yeah, very, because you have to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, I messed up. How can I get myself right?" If more people would say, "Hey, I put myself in a position and I allow this to happen regardless of the situation," because if you didn't put yourself in that situation, you couldn't allow it to happen. But they don't reflect back on themselves, and when you don't
Right.
do that, you masking a whole lot of stuff that need to be brought to the forefront. And that's what a lot of women do. Us men, we are different. I mean, we just are different, HQ. But I try to get to the
Right.
bottom point. Women are put on this earth, not by me, but by the creator. So I tell them,
Right.
if you got any problem, take it up with the creator when you get there. He put you on this earth
Mm.
to get you a man, and you telling me you get a man and you leave him?
Unless he putting his
Yeah, but
hands
it's
on
not
you.
that simple. It's not that simple. You just don't up and leave. My whole point is she just don't up and leave. It's not a matter of just upping and leaving. She may have feelings for another man. She may want to get out of the relationship and do damage to the relationship. There's all kinds of reasons why she would leave, not necessarily related to a man. You know what I'm saying? There's reasons why, but I'm saying the major five, she say when she deals with a man and he does these things to her, this is why she may leave. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but she may. So we
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
See,
But
these are
so,
just major reasons why she leaves. She leave for other reasons. She could have
okay, but
cheated, you
okay,
know.
my major thing, and this is big above anything, as adults, when we bring children into this world, it's not about us no more. It's about them kids. So if you in a
Right.
relationship and y'all got kids, like I'm keeping on the marriage mindset. So if you're married, you got kids, it's not about you. It's not about how you feel. It's not about the grass
Mhm.
green on the side. It's about showing them kids to be how to
Right.
be raised up. That's what it's about. But a lot of parents or a lot of people, humans, males, females, get it all misconstrued because it's all about the kids once you have kids. But they
Yeah,
don't
but
look at that, HQ.
do you think that should be something that's across the board, men and women?
Yes,
We're not gonna
yes.
just sit here and say women is all relationships fail because of
Men,
women. That's not how that
men,
goes.
men and women. I try to look at it like this. We adults has messed this world up. The only way this world can get better is through the next generation. That's the kids. So we have to bring them up right for this world to be better than we left it. But the adults not even doing that. I'm just telling you real crap.
Right.
I'm in a
Right.
smart percent. I call myself a 5%er because there's only 5% of us guys left out here. And it's hard because we got an uphill battle. But every day I wake up, I smile, and I'm up for the battle because someone has to show there's a lot of bad out in this world, but people need to see there are good. There is some good in this world. And that's just what it is. Us parents, if you got kids, it's not about you, it's about the children and raising them up. Because you can see these children, how they bring them brung up now. It's because of the parents. I look at kids, and I don't blame the kids. It's the parents. And it's hard for me to do that, but I know it's the parents. That's why I
Right.
take more responsibility myself about seeing the kid. Like every kid is my kid. I'd rather argue with your parent about me telling your kid how to tie a shoe. I'd rather argue with you because it's something you should have done. Every
Right.
child is like a child of mine because it's about the kids at this point, especially as we get older. I mean, come on now. We gotta be adults about this. Not about us no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
We hitting half a Hondo. Keep it real.
I got a question. I got a question for Jay.
Yes.
Jay, no, for a question for Jay. Jay said misbehave happens more times than the top five. What happens more time?
When what she said, women leave because they bored or they not
Boy,
happy in the
Women don't
emotional
leave because they
response. They
bored or they
do
unhappy.
HQ. Okay,
They don't
HQ. My
leave because they bored or unhappy.
HQ. Do
It's
you have
other reasons.
no,
It's
it's
other
not.
mixture of reasons. They
Okay,
don't just
it
up
is
one day. I'm
some
bored. I gotta go.
because
That
they
ain't how
not
that
happy.
happens.
They not happy. The
Why
guy is
ain't
not
they
the guy
happy?
don't make as much as his job as she thought he was gonna
Why?
make. Because
There's
she
a
thought she was
reason
gonna be
why
in a
she's not
7-bedroom house
happy.
than a 3-bedroom house.
You see what
HQ,
I
I
mean
have
when people say they leave for boredom? Women leave for reasons, just like men leave
yeah,
for reasons.
boredom because they not
She
happy.
don't
I,
nobody leave because they
they
just bored.
do.
Are
HQ.
you
I
a
have it.
boring man? Is
I
that why
have
she
it. A
leaving?
lot of guys
You
is
don't do
boring because
nothing?
we can get complacent. A lot of guys is boring because we don't need
What
a lot of
exactly?
excitement. We
You
don't
have
need
to
a lot
look
of
at
excitement.
yourself as a man. You have to look
Hey
at
babe,
yourself and say,
you
what
wanna
did
you
I
wanna
do to contribute to her being bored or contribute to her just
it's
up
not
and
our
leaving
job to
me?
entertain you.
yeah,
Ain't
It's
what
yeah.
I
not
You
our
got
job
said.
to entertain you.
That's not what I said.
Go get some friends.
That's not what I
Keep
said.
your legs closed when you're out in
That's
town.
not what I said.
Dress
I
appropriately.
said, what have you addressed in the relationship that you may or may not have done that contributed to her walking out the door?
Because of her self-esteem. Because you're not saying things to her correctly, the right way.
Mm,
I know a lot of like I have a inside track on like family law, family courts, and I hear a lot of stuff that people get divorced over. Yes, some of the stuff you said is correct, but a lot of people out here, a lot of women now today,
they
HQ, I don't
just
know what
get
you know,
bored.
they
We
is
just get
they
bored.
are
We just
leaving
want to
because they
walk out
not
the door for no
happy
reason.
because I deserve better than this. I deserve better than this.
I
Why? He's
deserve better
working
than
hard.
what?
He's working hard. He's taking care of you. He's taking care of the kids. Y'all go on a vacation once a year. What more do you want from this man? He don't beat you. He don't curse you out. He give your mama flowers for Mother's Day gift. Well, Mother's Day, he do all this stuff.
He do all that good stuff and she walk out the door.
He's not putting your legs up behind your head.
Hold on.
He ain't putting your legs behind your head. And
you walk out the door and you don't contribute to nothing. She just walks straight out the door. You doing all the right things. She ain't doing nothing. She doing all the wrong things. Hold on. She doing all the wrong things. You doing all the right things. What relationship do you know where she doing all the wrong things and you doing all the right things?
I know of a lot. It might be anecdotal, but I know of a lot. Yes,
she using keywords. No, she using keywords. She said all the right things. Us men do not do all the right things.
All the right things.
Yeah, you do not do all the right things. Yeah, you know that's things that she resents.
HQ, I'm give me your PO box. I'm gonna send you a paint roller and some painter's tape because you love painting us into the corner. Send me a PO box. I'm gonna send high quality microfiber because you love painting us into the corner with this stuff.
To me, that makes no sense. A person that has all the things that they need. Apparently, they don't have all of the things that they need. Otherwise, they would not walk out the door. She is not getting what she needs, and maybe that's something trivial to you. Maybe you ain't complimented her enough. Maybe you ain't told her this, that, and the third enough. But a person just don't walk away out the door for no reason. There's reasons.
Men and women do it.
Men and women. My point exactly. Don't make it seem as though women just walk out the door.
Women just do it, but I think you're disillusioned to realize that a lot of women now today
at all
are not leaving for those top 5 reasons you said. They're leaving because they are unhappy in the marriage.
Why?
Not because the guy is a bad guy, not because he's doing anything wrong, because they're just unhappy, because they're looking for their spouse to make them happy. And I can't make you happy.
There's reasons why she's unhappy. It ain't just no reason. Just because I feel unhappy, there's validity somewhere in there. You making it seem like she just woke up one day and say, I'm bored and I got to leave. That's not how that works.
HQ, happiness do not pay the mortgage. Happiness do not pay the rent. Happiness do not pay car notes. Forget your happiness. You have to use, if you're in a relationship or a marriage, you're going to have to suck some things up. Happiness, make your own happiness. Find your own happiness. Go play bingo. Go out with your friends. My job is to support this family, raise these kids. I'm not about your happiness. I am your savior and your protector and your provider. Find your happiness. I'm just telling you, if I'm bringing provision, protection, and stability to this relationship, happiness, you go find your happiness.
So they don't deserve happiness because
I didn't say that. I did not say that. We did not say deserve.
They don't deserve. Nobody deserves happiness. No, you don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve it.
To make your own self happy.
You can try your best in this life to make the pursuit of happiness. Even that say the pursuit of happiness. It don't say you're guaranteed to be happy. I know of women whose husbands make over 6 figures. Right? And they complain because their husbands work too much.
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, please.
You gotta, hit the like button. You gotta go into work again? Yeah. You just bought that purse, didn't you? You want to go on this trip, don't you? The kids need braces, don't they? They in all these programs, ain't they?
Yeah.
I gotta go to work.
You making it sound as though women don't leave, women leave for no reason, and men leave for no reason, or men cheat for no reason. Just like you men have reasons to cheat, women have reasons to leave.
I didn't say no reason.
You may not find those reasons valid, but they find reasons that are valid.
It's an internal reason. It's an internal reason for them to leave. Yeah, but it's not an actual tangible reason for them to leave.
That's what I keep saying right there. You're
so much better.
You're invalidating what she's talking about. You can't invalidate why she wants to leave. You said that men have reasons to leave. Okay, fine. I can see why you wanted to leave. Why is it that I'm such an emotional creature? And I said this. If I'm such an emotional creature, why isn't it men haven't taken time to try to figure out this emotional creature and what she needs and what would make her happy, what would please her, what would make her be in an environment where she would want to stay? Why is it such a difficult thing to understand?
Because that's
We're
the
emotional
equivalent of a
creatures,
kid
right?
throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of a grocery store. And you, sweetie, what do you need right now? What can I do to make you feel better? You're gonna have your emotions. Your emotions gonna be all over the place. That's just the nature of a woman.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
So
I'm
why
not even
is
gonna
it
say a
that? So
woman.
why
I'm
is
gonna
it that
say
y'all
that's a
keep saying
feminine
something about
nature.
that?
That's
When
a feminine
that's
nature because a
what
lot
it
of
is.
guys is feminine now out here. That's the emotional swings and stuff
You
like
gotta
that.
control it. You
I
gotta
can't
control
navigate all of that. I can't navigate. I might say something to my old lady, and I'll say something, and then I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Because you said such and such a. Well,
it.
I
You
didn't
don't know what
realize
you
I
said.
said it
Yeah.
that way because I wasn't thinking
You
you
don't know
having
what you
all these
said.
thoughts. Or a woman, she'll make up. You know, I was mad at you this morning. What'd I do? Because I had a dream last night that you did.
And this
Now
is what
you
I'm
mad at me
talking
today?
about. This is what I'm talking about.
Now I gotta
You can't
apologize for
invalidate
dreaming.
why she feels the way she feels. If this is the dismissive attitude that you get when I am emotional and I'm feeling a certain type of way, I'm gonna soon resent you for doing that.
It's not.
And
You
it
might
may have
feel
been, you may have said it
dismissive.
last week, you may have said it a year ago, you may continue to say it. You're saying she's not valid, she's not being validated, so therefore she may leave because of that, or any number of things. I'm saying there's reasons why women leave. She just don't walk out the door because she's just bored. Maybe something happened here or there. Same with men. Men, your reasons are no more or less valid than hers when you walk out the door. When a man walks out the door, his reasons are valid. When a woman
To
walks
them.
out the door,
When
her reasons are
To
valid
that
too.
person, it's
You
valid.
can't just dismiss her reasons because you wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't leave because he's not telling me I'm beautiful. I wouldn't leave because he's not telling me this, that, and the third. I'm saying invalidating why she feels the way she feels may contribute to why she's leaving. You cannot just say she's emotional. If she's emotional, why ain't nobody tried to get to know this emotional creature? Why ain't
Because you
nobody tried to
can't.
get to know?
you
Why ain't
can't them
nobody tried
emotions,
to
them emotions.
help her regulate her emotions? Why ain't they tried to do
Because you
that?
That's therapy.
can't.
That's called therapy.
Because
That's
you
called
can. Because
emotion.
you an
Yeah.
adult like everybody else operating on this
Yeah.
planet. And
That's
you
what I'm
always
saying.
emotional.
I'm saying women feel like that. You dismiss what she feels. You dismiss the fact that she's
Go join a
emotional.
book
You
club.
dismiss all of those. Oh, I'm
Go to
logical
therapy.
man, so I'm not doing that.
Go hit the bag.
Take up pottery.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know
Something.
what to
That's all I'm
say.
saying. Hit the like button,
Find out how
everybody.
to
Hit the like
focus your
button.
emotion and stop rein it in yourself. Because if men were that emotional, the
saying
world
to
wouldn't be
her
what it
that
would be
it's
right
not
now.
important.
Yeah, you wouldn't get no roads built, no houses. If we were so emotional, like you say, HQ, we wake up so one day just emotional, like wouldn't nothing
You
get done.
hey,
We
it'd be
can't
women
afford to
walking
be
around with
like that.
black eyes everywhere.
Yeah, we can't afford to do that.
Oh
I'm just
my.
telling
It'd
you the
be
truth.
handprints on faces everywhere. You just
Men,
if you was that emotional,
All I'm saying is you have to validate a person. You have to validate, you have to say this is valid and then deal with the consequences of whether it's valid to you. And what's valid or important to you may not be valid or important to her. But you can't just dismiss why she feels the way she feels. You can tell me I shouldn't feel like that, like y'all keep doing, but that don't mean I don't feel like that. So you have to validate whether she feels that way or not. That don't mean you agree, but there's a reason why she feels the way she does. Hey,
hey,
Jay Walker,
hey cousin,
what's
how
up,
you
Mr.
what you
Walker?
got on the subject, lady?
The only thing I wanted to chime
Miss
in on
Walker.
was that
That's what I'm talking about.
marriage is not about happiness. I know that for a fact.
Right.
I messed up my first one based off happiness.
Thank
It's
you.
about duty, obligation, and humbling yourself and figuring it out and working through it. That's that.
Oh, I believe the same thing. I mean, I believe the same thing. I'm just saying there's people out there, and we have these weird creatures that are out there these days that everything is about how they feel. I need to be validated. I'm not staying in a marriage if I'm not this, that, and the third. I understand duty. I understand that it's not about whether whether I get what I want. I understand that. I was married a long time. Believe me, I understand it. Many times my husband humbled my black ass. I get it. I do. But we don't have those kind of people out here these days. The people out here these days is me, 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 me.
Where they go at, HQ?
I want.
Where they go at? I mean,
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, heck yeah.
No,
some selfish people these days.
I mean, so where they come from? I mean, like you said, if all right, HQ, if
I
we can clone you, hold on. Let me just, if we can clone you and make you every woman in this world, would the world be a better place, HQ?
Hell yeah, because I know how to
regulate my emotions.
Because I know how to regulate my emotions. I'm like this all the time.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So HQ, so you can admit it with me that it's the women who have to regulate their emotions, and they go off their emotions and they make lifetime decisions. It's their emotions.
But
that's
they
what we
can't
getting
change. At. How can you make a creature that's
you're
emotional?
Right. You're right. Listen, you're right. You cannot change them. Well, you take that up with the Creator. The Creator made you like this, not me. He put you on
But
earth.
You all want to deal with her. So how do you navigate her if she's an emotional creature? How do you navigate her?
Anytime, like I'm doing it now. I'm starting to get off course. I go back to the Bible. You fall in line how it should be. God, man, woman. Just fall in line, play your part, and this world will be a better place. HQ, you've done it. I'm just telling you the truth. Anytime I get confused, I pick up my Bible, I read it, I get right back on track. Just follow the word of God. And these people are so misconstrued. So take it up with the Creator. Take your feelings up with the Creator. He created you. I did. He put you here for a man. Take it up with the Creator. I mean, here's what he did. He put you here for a man. That's why it's less of us and more of women. So we as men can, okay, say you want to leave. I can go and pick another woman because there's plentiful women out here. Right. I'm just telling as a woman, if you got a man, you want to hold on to that man because there's not too many good men out here like myself. That's why I say we 5%ers. If you got a good man, keep that man. You go through some struggles.
We have narrowed the problem down. The problem is her emotional instability.
Take it up with the Creator. Take it up with the Creator when you get there. I'm sorry.
That's the problem. Because the hyenas want to be hyenas, don't know how to conduct themselves in relationships. That's part of the problem. What else you got to say, Jay Walker?
You're right.
What you got to say, Jay Walker? What else? Miss Walker, you froze.
Come on, Miss Walker.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
I'm saying, what else you have to say about that? When I say we are emotional creatures, women are emotional creatures, and we run off our emotion. If we were less emotional, you think marriages would last longer if we were less emotional?
No, I'm yes, we are emotional.
There we go.
And based off my emotions, I messed up a lot of relationships on that. We can't go off emotions. We emotions. We need to go on facts, reality, presents, and communication. That's it. Emotional. We can't lead with that because then it leads into divorce. I'm a victim.
How do we get the women?
Yeah.
How do you get the women to chat?
I like this young lady.
But if we are emotional, I'm saying to you all, we cannot change what we are. We women cannot change what we are. So
and
how
they
do
can't
you
change who they are?
And they can't change who they are. That's correct.
Ground.
That's correct. So how do we navigate relationships if they can't change what they are? If you can't change as a man can't change from being logical, problem solver, this, that, and the third. And a woman cannot change being emotionally the way she is. How do you navigate a relationship then?
You find winners and losers. In life, there's winners and losers. The ones who want to be that way, we call them losers. The women that want to fall in line with God creation and be submissive, cooperative, and fall in line, they're winners. There's too many women.
We got millions of people out here. We got millions of people out here jumping in relationships and marriages.
Everybody not gonna make it.
Everybody ain't gonna make it.
Everybody not gonna make it.
There's a problem.
Yeah, you're not gonna make
There's a problem that we can't. It's an innate problem in society now. Everybody has too much time on their hands.
Yeah, right.
I mean, seriously, if you go back to when things were a little bit more difficult,
Yeah.
for men and women in raising a
Yeah.
family. When you
Yeah.
had a kid, that kid might not survive. That's why people was having so many children. But if your wife didn't have time to be scrolling on social media and looking at what everybody else got, because there was stuff that needed to be done, and the
Yeah.
husband was gone out working or building or doing something to where he didn't have time to go look at Miss Johnson and nothing like that. He went out, worked, came home to his wife, and his wife was at home working at home, taking care of the kids. So they didn't have as much time as we do now. We got so much time now. We can fill it with whatever we want to. And then your mind is the devil's idle mind, idle hands.
So how do you navigate that? Black America,
This-
how do you navigate that tract of us having too much time on our hands? If we have too much time on our hands, how do we we can't take the time back. We can't make the internet disappear. You can't do that.
Take that time, get back to the youth. I attend a Boys and Girls Club, get back to the youth, because like I say, we got to change the generations. We messed it up. We got to change the people that's coming up next behind us and generational. So this is generational to change it. Like, how are we going to change all who we're talking about? It's about the next kid that's coming up. That's what it's about. So if you got time on your hands, like I try to change Boys and Girls Club, trying to help the kids out, teenagers, because that's a critical point in their life. You know what I mean? Just that's how you give back. That's how you help out. That's why I started the kids, because adults, women, they forget it. Men, it's all done. Adults, it's done.
Ideally, I mean, that's still a choice to do. That's still a choice. Sorry, real quick. That's a choice. Before, there was no choice. If you didn't do these tasks, you didn't eat. You didn't have clean clothes. You did so it wasn't a choice. We have to make
you had to do it. Yeah,
choice now to get the youth and get more involved in that. But before, there was no choice. If you didn't do it, you was going to suffer.
Yep.
Black America.
Yeah, I mean, that's right.
Yeah.
Bring back shame.
So
Bring back shame.
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button.
Yeah. So I'm now at this point in my life, I'm saying fuck your kids. If they not your kids, don't fucking touch them. Don't fucking touch them. Throw them in the pit if they not your kids. Fuck them.
You ain't helping nobody, huh?
Fuck them kids.
Damn.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Why you say that?
Once again, I used to be a generous man. I have fed whole neighborhoods, families, everything. From coaching football and everything like that. Then you got some raggedy $3 weave heifer come up. Don't yell at my son. And I have to tell them, this is not your kid no more. This is my kid. And as long as he's on this field, and as long as I'm coaching him, whether it's from Pee-wee all the way to college, this is now my child. You have lost rights to this boy. The women that don't want to get along with that and fall in line and get on the same page, their kids are in youth authority. Oh, have Coach Black come up and what they have him talk in front of the judge for me as a character witness. Nigga, you should have told your mama, I want to go with Coach Black. At 10, 11, 12, 13, you women don't affect boys anymore, right? Y'all, when y'all hit us, that shit don't hurt. I don't care if it's with a Hot Wheel track or extension cord or a wooden hanger. The shit no longer hurts. Once our puberty has set in, our resistance to pain is like a goddamn vampire, right? We don't feel pain like that. We like Terminators. We fall off of roofs. We get hit by cars. Boys are tremendously robust. And if not taught right, we will turn around and kill or bite the hand that feeds us. That's why I say, fuck them kids. This young lady is in the little red sweatshirt. Your daughter HQ, she's exactly right. Your daughter is right. Y'all women, this is what I would like to do. I would like women to no longer have a voice. And what I mean is, if a woman is going to come up and say, my husband did this, I left because of this, I left because of that, her husband, that man, should be right there to corroborate that story. He should be right there in the room. They should be sitting side by side or across the table from each other and say, yes, yep, I went out and had sex with the maid. Yep, I went out. And then
but
the
then
why.
you're
because,
right. That would take away the woman's voice. Now, why would you want to do that? Why?
Because you guys lie. You guys, he just went out and cheated. And then, oh, he cheated. He's a bad man. But you didn't tell nobody that you don't cook, clean, wash clothes, or have sex. Because just like they were saying,
relational, it sounds like relational back and forth. It sounds like you did something wrong and she did something wrong and vice versa. So why would she need to be the one the voice taken away from if you did something wrong and she did too?
Because the men aren't going out trying to besmirch women's names. When y'all leave us, let me tell you something. When y'all leave us, it is so fucking depressing. We be sitting around sad, losing weight. Niggas be crying in their cars, going to the park. We sitting at the park crying and shit. I'm talking about ready to take their own heads off. Men are very emotional, but if you come around your boys and you act like that, niggas stop acting like a bitch. Like, it's so much pussy out here. Oh, but I love this one. And that's where I help men get through. I help men get past that woman. And I had a man tell me last week, he was like, dude, I got to go throw my bed away. It's too much shit happening on that motherfucker. Right? Ain't nothing happened on that joint the last 5 years. Once you get divorced, all of these women smell, wait a minute, that was a man who responsible. Wait a minute, that's a man who was taking care of a house, a family, cars, kids. Wait a minute, that's a good man. I seen him and her out. She's a bitch. She fucked up. I'm going to get the main comment that women do when men and women, when like a man cheat, we go with the cheating. A woman asks, was it one of my friends? If you cheat on your broad and she find out you cheated, the main question is, was it one of my friends? You know why? Because that friend has been around, seen him treating you like a queen, and she wants a little bit of that. So that young lady in the little red sweater, she's right. Y'all women too emotional, and y'all fuck up your own shit.
That doesn't mean
they're going to eat cat food.
But that doesn't mean we don't deserve to have a voice. You just want to have your voice. You just want to have the say in this whole world.
No.
You don't want women to have a say.
HQ, do men get on the internet or go on these streams and TV? Tom Brady's wife was cheating with the goddamn trainer. Nobody knew until the bitch came up pregnant. We didn't know that they was humping.
Yeah, but we know
suspicions.
Just walk out. We know she just didn't walk out because she found love with
the
trainer now. She
walked out suspicions.
She wanted him to stop playing. She wanted him to stop playing, and he didn't want to.
Right, because she was unhappy. It's fucking 17 weeks out of the year. Maybe 20. Maybe 20. It's 52 weeks in the year. You still getting the majority of me.
Number one quarterback at the time, making millions.
And he decided that he didn't want to quit. Right?
He wanted to do
not what he said. He said he wanted to play one more year. He said he wanted to play one more year.
And she said, you promised me years ago you were going to quit and you didn't do it.
Doesn't matter. So you as a woman.
So you're trying to tell me her reasons for walking out on that marriage weren't valid when she had already expressed?
No, because she was already getting stretched out by the trainer.
There you go.
She was already getting stretched out by the trainer.
You're invalidating
already
her reasons. We don't know what her reasons are. We don't know what any woman's reasons are. You can't say her reasons are not valid just because you wouldn't do it. That don't mean they ain't valid because you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be going nowhere.
That's
But
not a
that don't
valid
mean-
reason. There's
But
no
that
validity
don't
in
mean
that.
that her reasons ain't valid.
That's
For
not
what?
valid. That's not valid. That's
You
not a
don't know
valid
that.
reason.
You're
I
not in
do
that
know.
marriage.
We do know that's not a valid
And
reason.
that may not be the reason. That's the reason we
Happiness.
see.
That's why.
We
Because you
don't
didn't do
know.
what I told you to. I'm gonna divorce you. That's what she did. That's not a valid reason in the
I know
marriage.
she did not. I know she did not do that. I know she did not walk up to him and say, "You
The
go back to
trainer was
work.
touching
I'm
her,
gonna
and the
leave
trainer was touching her in ways that she hadn't experienced because boy's out training during camp or whatever, and then she felt feelings, and then she went off. That's flat out what it is. If you choose an athlete or somebody in the industry, you need to know your place and understand where it is and where you lie.
Know your place. Know your place. I want to ask everybody
This
on the
time-
panel a question.
Okay, go ahead.
She cheated, sugar, not him.
Jay, are you currently married?
Yeah, 18 years.
Okay, 18 years. Good job. Will you die for your wife?
Absolutely. Die for my wife, die for my kids. Absolutely.
Right.
Without
Young
even thinking
man
about it.
in the white shirt, will you kill somebody for your? I know you divorced now, right? Would you have killed somebody or died for your wife? Yeah, you muted, but I can see the yes. HQ. The problem is that men are willing to live, kill, and die for women. You guys aren't doing that for us. That makes us in the leadership position. You women, y'all might die for your kids, but most of these heifers out now aren't even buying food for the kids so they can go to the club on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm.
So with us being in the position to die for you, me making you happy is I'm not trying to make you happy. It's not a big deal to me if you fucking happy or not, because if something happens, I am going to give my actual life for you. That's the difference. That's the problem.
See, here's the thing.
Can I?
See, here's the thing. My whole point and my whole premise is that you have to validate. You have to validate what a person is telling you or saying. Just because you don't do it or find it important doesn't mean that she didn't. She didn't walk out the door from Tom Brady because he didn't retire. It was other factors that went along with it. You made a promise to me. You made a promise to me that we would prioritize our family.
Things change. Things change. You have to be on my page.
Hold on. We cannot prioritize. She made more money than him. You cannot prioritize. You cannot tell me you're going to prioritize our family and then turn around and change your mind and do something different and expect me to be okay with that. There are valid reasons why she decided to get out of that marriage. It wasn't just because he didn't want to retire. There were other factors that went along with that. Just because he didn't retire, then she would have waited around until he retired and then got back with him. She didn't do that. She didn't want to do that. There were other things that went along with that marriage, okay? There was other things that
can I
went
make a
wrong
quick
with
response?
She did not give up her career for him. She aged out. She's a beautiful woman, but she still wasn't getting the same supermodel gigs as she was before.
Yeah,
she still made more money than him.
She made more
She
money.
still made more money than him. What are you talking about, sugar? You have no idea what you're talking about.
She made more money
But
than him.
I have a huge problem with that. I have a huge problem, HQ. You said because she made more money as a woman, she still had say.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say that. What I said was her reasons for leaving Tom Brady were valid for her. You cannot dismiss
No.
why she thought it was
you-
valid for her to leave. We cannot.
You brung up more money.
No.
Why did you bring up more money then?
Because she stayed. Because people say, or it would have been, or I was preemptively striking. She stayed with him or she was with him for the money from the beginning. She was never with him for the money. She always made more money than him.
Nobody's making that argument. It was just
nobody said that.
He wanted to
Nobody
play
said that.
one more year.
Okay.
He wanted to play football one more year.
Right.
Like Black said, maximum
no
20
way
weeks out of the next year. And she said, "That's not good enough. I'm gonna go get butt naked, play
I
this butt naked
guarantee you
jujitsu with my
they have
trainer."
had this conversation before. And she has had a conversation with him and said, I want you to retire. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And he decided to go against that. He decided to go against. There was choices that he made in that relationship. She is not the only one in that relationship making choices. He made choices too. Why didn't he retire?
So
If
HQ,
he
let me
promised,
ask you a question.
hold on.
He doesn't.
Promised her.
He don't have to.
Promised her.
He's the man.
Hold on.
He's the man. He makes the
Hold on. He
decisions.
promised her. He promised her he was going to quit, and he turned around and changed his mind.
You don't know that. You're just saying
y'all
that.
don't think nothing of him breaking his promise to her.
You don't know that. You're just saying that.
You're saying that she just up and left.
No, you
You're
don't know
just
that he
saying
promised
that.
her that he would stop playing. He never. No, I never heard him say that.
You never heard her say why she left. So why?
Because she was hunching the
reason?
jiu-jitsu instructor. That's why. Because he showed her how to stretch, do that one stretch where she could put her knee behind her neck, and then that's why. That's why she ended up pregnant.
She was cheating on him for like a year before.
Separate, y'all making it seem as though they separate. The minute we find out, they be done separated right then.
No, because she was cheating on him way before that.
Months before.
It didn't just start.
HQ. She was cheating on him for like a year or two before that. He knew it too. He knew it. And again, he wasn't anxious to break up the family as she was.
So his stoicism. So he's the victim. He's the victim. I'm not saying he's not the victim. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like he's saying.
If this was reversed, if we found out Tom Brady was cheating on Giselle for a year or so before with some masseuse or something like that, you be on him. Sugar, you go ahead and come up on the panel, please, because you don't know what you're talking about. Talk about somebody's at the top of the.
You cannot.
She still was making money. She didn't give up her career for him.
Hold on. I'm saying you cannot just say that he did nothing wrong. That he did nothing wrong, and she just walked out the door. People don't just walk out the door for no reason. He promised her something. He promised her something 2-3 years ago. We don't know. We don't know.
HQ. So you can't say that.
So HQ, exactly.
I can't say that, just like you can't say, hold on.
We have only stated the facts of the.
I can't say that, just like you can't say she just walked out because she was having an affair.
She did just walk out.
That. This is what they be saying. This is what the media be saying. Everybody want to bleed the media when it comes to bad behavior, but they don't want to bleed the media when it comes to other behavior.
It's biology.
Wait, HQ, let me ask you. HQ, let me ask you a question. Though. Let me ask you a question, HQ.
I don't believe she
so
just
you said
walked out for no reason. She just started cheating with old boy for no reason.
HQ, let me ask you a question. You said that you say that supposedly he gave her a promise. So let's say if the man asked the woman,
that's what the man said on the panel. She said that he was supposed to quit. I don't know anything about these people's lives. I know absolutely nothing.
No, we said he wanted to play one more year. We didn't say he was supposed to quit. That's not what we said.
Yes, he wanted to play one more year. She wanted him to retire. He wanted to play one more year. She wanted him to retire. Right. So let's say they had the conversation. Yes. And she spoke to him and said, I want you to retire now. He said, I want to retire in a year. So in theory, okay, let's even go with it. He promised her, he might have said something that led her to believe that he was going to retire. And then when the new season.
Didn't he retire?
No.
He retired. Didn't he retire?
He didn't retire at that point in time. He retired after.
No, I'm saying, didn't he retire and then he retracted that? Right? We can't hear you.
I don't remember.
I could have sworn I heard that he retired, and then a couple of weeks later or a couple of months later, he came back and said he was playing again.
He said he was going to retire, but he didn't, and he came back and played.
Yes.
He never missed a year. How about that? He never missed a year.
Yes.
He said he was going to retire, but he came back, so he never missed a full year. HQ, he's an athlete. Athletes has a certain amount of time to capitalize on that. He's an athlete. As a woman, you would think she would be more on his side, be more submissive, be more on the man's side, like God
But wait a
created you to
minute,
be.
How women work,
bro. Hold on. Let me, bro. I'm so sorry not to cut you off, but HQ. I was trying to get to a point. So
Yeah.
okay, let's say they had let's say they had that kind of conversation.
Right.
But in actuality, before he didn't even let the season start before he prepared and went to practice
Yep.
and started the season. So I guess he lied to her. From we're gonna say he promised her. But my question to you is, what promises? If a man asks a woman to promise something to him, is she bound to keep that promise even if she doesn't want to do it?
What's the question? People break promises all the time. What do you mean? People break promises all the time. What do you mean?
So
you heard
HQ,
the question then.
my point is that you and again I
we
said
promised
this.
to stay married forever, and people
HQ,
won't let it go.
wait. My point is that again, because you're saying that she gotta hold him to this promise. He gotta follow what he said. But HQ, you're being a
He the
hypocrite
one who
and a
promised
sexist.
her. She
You're
said,
being a
"Dear,
hypocrite and a sexist.
hold
I'm
on,
asking you frankly, if the man to ask the woman, promise me something, is she bound to keep that promise?
If she vowed to keep that promise, then she's being a terrible wife if she doesn't."
Okay, so she was cheating on him. She was cheating on him, HQ. So she wasn't keeping the promise that she was supposed to keep.
We don't know when. We don't know when.
No, it don't matter
Y'all
when.
making
It don't matter
sound-
when.
You
It
all
don't matter
making it
when.
sound like y'all
Cheating,
know
Don't
when.
matter when.
cheating.
Don't matter. He got you.
Y'all
He
don't
painted you
know
in the corner.
when
He
she
used your own
tried to
tactics
cheat.
against you, and you
Hold
failed.
on.
Checkmate.
Hold on. You all don't know when she
Checkmate. No,
started
it
to
don't
cheat.
matter. Checkmate. You got you,
Didn't
HQ,
hear.
and you know it.
No,
You didn't
let's
hear
hear it
what I'm
out. I want
saying.
to hear this
Can
one. I
I
want to hear
speak?
this
Can
one.
I speak?
Yeah,
Can I
sure, of
speak?
course. Go ahead.
You don't know, for one thing, y'all don't know when she cheated. Y'all just heard about this in the news. Y'all heard from a hurt husband. You don't know when he promised her to stop football. You don't know how many broken promises he promised her before this last one broke the straw.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
You don't know when these things happen. You're making assumptions about when she did this, that, and the third. You don't know what went on in that marriage. She was married to that man for 15 years. You think she actually just said, "Oh, okay, I'm just done. Let me go on and see who I can have fun. I can deal with now. I got this fine ass husband who in football. He want to go one more time. He want to go one more time and be a football person." You mean to tell me you think, and that's the problem. This is today's society. This is the problem between men and women. Y'all seem to think women are just doing things just to be doing things, and she has no valid reason. I told you, women have valid reasons for doing the things they do. Y'all invalidated every reason that this woman may or may not have had for leaving. Women have reasons for leaving. They just don't get up and leave. That woman had reasons why she left Tom Brady. She didn't leave Tom Brady because she was having an affair with the pool boy.
She left because she wasn't
She
happy.
probably didn't. Maybe she
wasn't
was.
happy.
Maybe she was
And
having an affair with
she
the
wasn't
pool boy.
happy.
Hold on. Maybe she was having an affair with the pool boy. But she just didn't up and start having an affair with the pool boy, and she's in a high visible relationship. Women
this
just
camera
don't
on
do
me?
all of
It
that.
happens. It happens,
I said
HQ.
high visible. Did I
Is
say
this
anything
camera
about
on
high
me?
value?
HQ, is this camera on
Camera on
me?
me.
Yeah,
It
what do you
happens.
mean?
It happens, HQ. What
What
he's
did
saying
you
is it
just say,
happens.
HQ?
He's saying it happens, HQ. I'm just saying, like, he could be the trainer could be in the stretching
I
her out,
didn't
and
say it didn't happen. I didn't say it didn't happen. You all are coming up with the definitive reasons why she left. I said we don't know why she left.
Okay.
How did she allow the trainer to do what he did?
Yeah.
while she was still in a marriage,
Okay,
regardless
so if I came back to you and I
regardless if
said
Tom broke
Tom
his
Brady used to
promise,
beat her 5 years ago,
but he
what would you
didn't.
say?
That's no, we're not going there because
Oh,
he didn't.
we
He
don't
didn't.
know. That's what I'm
It don't
saying.
matter.
You
And
don't know
aliens
why she
inhabited their
left.
body. Aliens inhabited their body and took them over, and then they start hovering. And we're not gonna make stuff up. HQ.
Does
We
anybody
talking
know
about the
what the hell I'm saying
facts.
to these people, or they don't understand
No,
what I'm
the only
saying?
person that knows what you're
You
saying
just
is
hear what
Sugar, because
you
both
just
of y'all
hear
is
what
out
the
your
public
mind
say.
right now.
You just hear what the public say. You
It's
don't
not what
know
the
what.
public says. It's what
Can I finish?
happened.
You don't know what happened behind closed doors to make her do what she did. You cannot just say, "Oh, he promised her and he didn't do it, so she just went out and got her a boyfriend." I bet you that's not how that happened. I bet you that's not why she just up and left. She
HQ, can
didn't
we?
just up and leave for no
HQ,
reason. There's reasons why people
So they
leave
need to
HQ,
let
out
the
of
R. Kelly get out. They
relationships.
need to let Diddy off
wait,
right now because we don't know what happened because it's
HQ,
just people saying stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
HQ.
people
HQ.
just saying stuff.
If
Can we?
she in
Can
a
we?
relate,
People just saying stuff. Don't nobody know what happened in these relationships. Don't nobody know what happened in Tom Brady's relationship. You just hear what they want to tell you.
You just
Why
called
the
that
hell
man
would
an
I
abuser,
tell you that
HQ.
Tom Brady? If I'm Tom Brady's wife, why the hell would I tell you that Tom Brady called me a bitch every day? And then
she,
every day.
HQ,
But
can I ask a question?
the
Can I
only
ask a
thing you
question?
see is what's happening out there. But you never heard him say anything negative to me.
Jamisa,
Tom Brady.
Y'all believe everything in the media. Stop believing
No,
everything in the
no,
media. That
we,
stuff
we, we,
may or may not be true.
we
wait,
not
wait,
saying
wait.
we believe.
Jamisa,
I'm saying that stuff, that's not everything that happened. Everything you heard in the media is not
No,
true. She
you're
didn't just
right.
walk out the door.
No,
That's
she
all
didn't
I'm
just walk.
saying.
She
I'm
she
not
didn't
saying
just.
what she did. I'm not saying what you said is not true. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is you don't know what happened. So stop talking definitively that she just left because he didn't want to quit football. That's not why. That's not the only reason why.
Oh, okay, HQ. Let's go hypothetically. Now, say I'm married to the best quarterback in
Yes,
NFL
we're all
league.
speculating. That's all we're
Okay,
doing
okay.
is speculating.
HQ.
Don't present it as fact.
I'm just asking you to hear me out for a minute. If you can give me a 30,
Go
maybe
ahead.
45 seconds. So say I'm the best man, let's just say in marketing. And no one can, I'm the best in marketing across the world. And you asked me to give up my marketing, but I'm making all this money. And I say, hey, I want one more year of marketing 'cause I'm the best at it. You as my woman can't fall in line with God's order and support me with having
right?
one more year. Hold on, HQ, just hear me out. Because I'm the best at marketing. So okay, I'm the best at marketing. You want me to take a year off? I'm with you, but I got one more year left in me. You can't have the faith in me and belief in me for one more year. And that's where it seemed like she didn't. Forget football. They say, Mark, I'm the best man at what I do. Support that man. That's why God put us here.
And you
HQ,
told
do not
me,
get
and you
you
told
losing me,
me,
HQ. You get me, you
and
losing
you
me.
told me you were going to quit 2 years ago. And I told you I wanted you to quit 2 years ago. And you told me, HQ, I'm going to quit. I promise. I promise.
Yeah.
HQ,
I'm
wait a
going to.
minute. HQ, let me ask you a question.
So
From your
when,
perspective,
hold on.
No,
So
let her
when
get it out.
I'm talking to PC. So
Go
when
ahead.
you said that to me, and I said, "Baby, I need you to quit because I just need you to quit because this is not helping our family. This is not doing whatever. I need you to quit." And you looked me in the eyeball and said, "Baby, I'ma quit. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna have it in line. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. This, that, and the third. I can't take it, honey. I need you to quit."
Yeah.
So
I got you.
now I'm wrong for sticking to what I said 2 years ago, but you ain't wrong for changing your mind.
I'm gonna say you're not
That's not
wrong
how
for.
that works.
Okay, I guess you. If you
That's
can hear
not
me, I'll
how
give
a
me.
marriage
Okay,
works.
give me 30. You're not wrong for saying that, but once again, you should fall under my order. If I say I got one more year in me and that's it, okay, I gave you that promise that I was not. But I feel as an athlete, SQ, you're not a man. So us men, when you're an athlete, we always feel like we can keep doing it. He feel like he can keep doing it. I said he couldn't do it, but he felt as an athlete. No, if you're an athlete and your highest peak, you feel like, oh, I got one more year left in me. I know athletes that's sitting home right now, they think they can give it one more year. That's the male top. That's how we wired as men. We understand that. We need for you women to understand how God created you to be wired. Okay, I was wrong by saying that. I went back for one more year. Just stay under my leadership and everything gonna be okay. But like you said, and we all know that she was with the trainer doing this, and it's all public information. This is what she was doing. So it's like y'all sabotaging your own future. HQ. All she had
You're
to do was give her
making it
one more year. Hold
sound
on, hold
as
on. So
though.
she married to a man that she gonna give her life to, but she couldn't wait one more year. That's kind of selfish,
Because
and that's
JC, it
called not
wasn't
being
about the
Wait,
submissive.
year. It
PC,
wasn't
I
wait a
know,
about
I
the
minute.
know it
year.
wasn't.
But
I
She
I
know,
don't know what
already
it
I
had
know
was.
it
the
wasn't.
trainer.
I know it wasn't. Yep,
You
I
don't
know it
know what
wasn't.
it was
Wait.
about. I don't know what it
Wait,
was
wait,
about. I'm not going to
wait,
speculate on what it was or what it wasn't. I'm
wait.
saying I don't know what it was. I'm saying there had to be something that went on between her and Tom Brady before she got involved with that other man. It wasn't just a matter of, hey, hon, can you quit football? No, I'm not gonna quit. Okay, let me go over here and start fucking the pool boy.
No, because
So
certain people
HQ,
No,
start
wait a minute,
certain
wait a
no,
minute.
no, it happens
Hold
in
on, but that's
Wait,
not the way that
it
works.
happens in work fields, all the career fields all the time. You're around somebody for a long period of time and you create a bond with them, even though you might have something good on the other side. And then now you're gonna start looking for little chinks in the armor, and every
That's
little thing that
exactly how
happens is
human
and it's
beings work,
that's how
male
and
and
so it don't
female.
have to be based
so
off the football, the
And I'm
decision.
saying that's how human
Yeah.
beings work, male and female. It's just
Hey,
not
so
a
wait,
female
wait,
thing.
wait.
It's a
hey,
male thing too.
maybe we could let some other people get in. But go ahead, finish
I'm
up,
sorry,
HQ.
Triple X. Go ahead. Speak, Triple X. Go. Go, go.
Oh, okay. I don't mean to be rude. This your panel. I'm just,
no. You
I've been hanging in the back for a little
Say
while now.
hello. You say
go
hello
ahead,
to
Yeah.
the
Triple
panel.
X.
Speak.
What's
I
up,
mean,
Triple
damn.
X?
First the fat boys break up. Now this shit.
Go ahead on, Triple X.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to say, I think the brother speaking before kind of got you. He backed you in the corner, HQ. But I'm gonna say this
I
though.
don't know what
The
corner he
reality.
got me in.
Hold on.
I've said the same thing
You
over
can
and
Hold
over
forget. No,
on,
no.
again.
you still ain't let me
Speak. Yeah.
talk. You still not letting me talk. You know what? I'll just go back on mute. Damn.
Wait.
No,
Can I say
hold on.
something?
You still
No,
ain't let
you
me
came
talk.
up. No, hold on. You came up and you said somebody had me in a corner. I have no idea what you mean because I've been
You
saying the
got.
same thing from
You,
day
you,
one.
Wait.
All
gotta hear
right.
him out,
Wait.
HQ. You gotta hear him out.
Let me just say
You gotta
this.
hear him
Let
out.
me
Go
say this
Hear
so
him
triple
I
X.
out.
can
Go
get out.
triple. Go triple.
All right. What I was trying to say is that the thing is, he very may well have said, all right, I'm gonna throw the towel in a couple years or whatever. I'm sure she's like, hey, it's a dangerous sport. We got some kids, this, that, another. When you gonna retire? And he's like, all right, I'm gonna retire in a couple years. But you need to kind of realize as a woman how a man thinks in his perspective and how a lot of other people's feedback factors into that. Now, I understand that he did say that, and in that case, you will have a point on that front. But that said, when he gets to that point, him being a leader is he feels that he needs to go another year or he has another chance to get another championship. And it's rare when you can put together a team and you got a real shot at getting another chip to add to your legacy. We need a lady to be understanding of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Things do change, HQ. I just want you to keep that in mind.
So he
Can
lied to
can
her.
I add to that?
So he
Oh,
Wait, can
lied.
I add
I
to that?
said to your
Hold
credit,
on.
HQ. I
So
said to your credit,
it was okay. It was okay for him to lie to her then.
HQ. Did you listen to what I just said?
Yeah. You said
What did you
because
get from
I'm a
that?
female. You said because I'm a female, I'm supposed to acquiesce to what you want. That's what you said to me. That's what I
I
heard.
said we both have to sit down. We have to analyze the situation. He's still arguably the man at that position in the league. They have another chance to get a chip. This ain't an 8-8 team we talking about here, and he just wants to play again. That ain't this. This is getting another chip they add to the legacy for a legacy, family, everything. So that's why he pushed it another year. Now, only thing you can do is sit down and try to have a talk with the lady, and hopefully she's understanding. But if she's an emotional Tasmanian devil, then hey, what can a brother do?
Here's the thing. I
Go ahead.
believe I believe that they had this conversation. They had this conversation prior than this year that you're talking about. I believe they had this conversation beforehand, and she had been asking him, "How long you been in the league?" I can't remember how long.
Oh yeah. Oh
How
yeah.
long?
Ain't
How
no
long you been in
pushback
the
there.
league?
Yeah.
I mean, how long? I believe they had this
Oh, he
conversation
played. He
prior.
played down there 20 years. He played a long time,
Okay,
but it
so
still doesn't go. It still doesn't acknowledge what I just said, though.
no, what you're trying to say is because he wants another year, because he's the man, and this, that, and the third, then I should acquiesce to what he
But
wants.
what do they have a chance to get though? HQ. What did I just say? Not just another year. What is he trying to do, and what do they got a chance to
No,
get that
no,
next
you
year?
can't put that guilt. You can't put that guilt on
No,
her.
no, no, no,
When
no. Nobody's putting the guilt on
um,
anything. I'm just
oh
asking you, are
yes,
you going
yes
to
you
acknowledge what I
are.
said?
Yes, you
No, I'm
are.
not.
Yes, you are. What you're trying to say is you gonna mess up my legacy if you don't let me go back and do this for one more year. I got to do this one more year. But you promised me 5 years ago that you were gonna stop. You promised me 5 years ago you were going to stop. And every
I don't know
year
if he promised
and
that
every
far out.
year,
We got
hold
to be a
on.
little bit more realistic.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Every year I said, is this going to be the year, dear? Is this going to be the year, dear? And you said, no, I promise you, this is my last year. This is my last year.
One thing you
You
forgetting
think
though,
you
each
think
of
she
those
decided,
years.
hold on.
Go ahead.
You think she decided that she was just going to take up with the pool boy his last year? He asked her for one more year, and she decided she was just going to take up with the pool boy just like that, out of the blue, because he didn't stop one time. He didn't stop this last time. Y'all honestly believe that's the case? I don't believe that's the case. I don't know it to be true. Just like you all don't know it to be true, Stephen James. They are talking like these are solid facts. These are not solid
HQ.
facts. These
Let
hold
me
on.
jump in.
Hold
Let me
on.
jump in
It
right
is a
quick
fact. It
to
was out of
break it down
Giselle's
like
These
this.
mouth. It was out of her
these
mouth. It
people
was
are
out of
just
her mouth.
listening to what they heard on the internet.
Out of her mouth.
They have not been in this relationship with this man or this
Out of
woman.
Giselle's mouth.
So they
Out of
don't know
Giselle's mouth.
why this woman did what she did. I guarantee you she did not just wake up a year before he started back and say, hey, I'm finna cheat now. I ain't finna deal with you now. Since you promised me, I ain't finna deal with you. There's other things that happen in that relationship. She didn't just wake up and say she was gonna cheat or do anything. That's not how that works. Okay. You got to come on the panel, honey. I got too many people on the panel. I can't take no phone calls.
I understand what you're saying, HQ.
You
Yeah,
cannot just say she quit for that marriage for no reason. You cannot say that. And that's what y'all keep saying. Like she just decided she's gonna take with the pool boy. No, there's other things that went on that made her do what she
I
did.
understand.
Go
I
ahead,
understand
Black.
what you're saying, HQ.
Go Black.
I understand what you're saying, HQ. But the problem is, the problem is women that think like that. That's the problem. The problem, and that's where I go back to. That's a you problem. That's a you. You're not gonna sway me. You're not gonna deter me. Yes, I will take my woman's advice, but I am going to do whatever the hell I deem is best. And any man, if you're listening and you have a woman and she's trying to sway you or dissuade you from what you think is best or what you're going to do, you need to leave her now so that
Facts.
you don't have to
I'm
wait
not saying
15,
he was
18,
wrong.
25
Facts.
years.
I'm
Facts.
not saying he was
Facts.
wrong. That's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'm not saying that he was wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
You
you
saying did
can't
he
just
lie
say
now?
that he was
I
completely
know what you're
right.
saying.
You cannot say he's completely right and she's completely wrong. There's other things that went on in that relationship besides him going back to
that's
him
not what
going
I'm
back.
saying.
What would
That's
make
not
him
what I'm
say,
saying.
maybe I'm quitting?
That's not what I'm
And
saying.
then right. I get it.
What I am saying is he has the final fucking say. He is judge, jury, and executioner. What I say goes. I am
That's the kind of
a
relationship you
benevolent
have.
dictator. I'm
Get
a
him.
benevolent
That's the kind of
dictator.
relationship you
It's
Get him.
not open. It's not open for discussion. You can advise me all you want. I
have.
encourage that. I
Right.
need your input, but I'm going to do what the fuck I'm going to do. You
And
don't
I'm
have,
saying to you,
and that's the
that
problem.
that's fine. That's fine.
Dang.
But
Leave
I
them.
don't
Leave the
accept
women
that.
that are like this.
But I'm saying she said she doesn't accept that. So therefore, she didn't accept that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you said what you had to say. She didn't agree with that. And so she moved on to what she wanted to move on to. There was
And now
reasons
he
why
gets
she
to
said,
have sex with
I'm just not going to
every.
deal with you like that.
And now he gets to have sex with every available vagina that's getting
Yeah, he
thrown
got
at
the best. He got the best of
him.
everything. He got kids and he got all his women. He should be more than happy to get out of that relationship.
Exactly. But he
Oh,
still
you
was
don't see him
crying
on
in the
TV?
car
Hey,
because he
he's
missed his
smiling
wife.
now though. He was before, but I guarantee he over it, man. That man,
Damn right.
he's
Yes.
smiling from
And
here to here, boy.
Prince,
yeah,
Prince,
and
what do you want to
that,
say? Prince,
that's
you wanted to say
that's
something.
what I'm saying.
Prince, you wanted to say something. What did you want to say? Prince. Prince.
Hey, HQ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Prince did.
Yeah, Prince.
Oh, he's back.
Can we hear
So,
you?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, Triple Black though, Triple Black. I agree with what Triple Black said, but HQ, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe that it's the man's role just to lead? Like literally, he just comes in, he's supposed to be the leader. However, he learns how to be the leader, maybe through other men, maybe through structures that he is in when he grows up, maybe sports, church, whatever. Or do you believe the woman is allowing the man to lead until she doesn't want him to be there anymore?
No, I think a man should lead, but we don't have a lot of leaders or people who know how to lead.
So if we don't have a lot of leaders who know how to lead, isn't it essentially where the women are leading until they are tired of the man?
Until they are tired of the man. The women are leading until they're tired of the man.
What I mean is that they're leading from behind. That's what I mean. They tell a man which way to go, what to do, and as long as he does that, then she's happy.
Yes, that's his fault. That's the man's fault.
So again,
if he's
that
allowing
means
her to lead from behind, that's his fault.
That means that he's not the leader, right?
He's not the leader.
Okay. So in that situation, in order for the man to be the leader definitively, he would have to tell her what he wants to do, what's his objectives, and say fuck whatever she thinks. That's the only way that he. Yes.
That's not how that works. That's not how a relationship works. That's how you lead to divorce. That ain't how that works. You don't get. You make it sound like you walk into the room and say, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z, da 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 da, regardless of what you say. That's not how a marriage is gonna last if you do that. That's all I'm telling you. You can do it.
Sometimes you gotta call an audible though.
You can do it.
Wait, HQ. I'm speaking in hyperboles, but the point that I'm trying to make is that, again, let's say the man comes and he says to her, and again, we're going to use this situation. He comes and says, I want to play another year again. And she would have to convince him, give him a convincing enough reason as to not to do it, instead of him just saying, I'm just going to do it, fuck what you think. It's up to her at that point to convince him as to why he shouldn't do it. Is it not?
I'm pretty sure that happened in that relationship. I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute. Wait. We can't say that because he clearly went to play.
We cannot say she didn't either. We cannot say she did or she didn't.
Well, HQ, listen, is a light.
But I'm assuming that she gave him valid reasons as to why she wanted him to retire. She
Okay,
gave
I
them
agree with
reasons,
that.
her valid
I
reasons.
agree with. Wait. I agree with you on that.
Right.
But again, But is a light ever on or just off? It's always only in one state, either on or off. So she gave him her reasons, and he said, "Okay, let me think about it." He probably took a couple of days, and I'm just going with this scenario. I'm gonna take a couple of days, think about it, and at the end of the day, he said, "You know what? I'm keeping that light on." And again, so she gave her reasons, and it wasn't enough to make him do what essentially she wanted him to do.
Okay.
In that instance, is he not clearly still being the leader, regardless if she gets what she wants or not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Now it comes out that she's cheating on him. This like HQ. This is a bad example because she looks
We
really
don't
bad in this
know
situation.
that. We don't know when the affair started. We don't know any of that. We just
HQ.
heard that.
Do you read?
Media.
Do you read?
I don't believe him.
HQ. Do you read any of these blog posts in terms of like where people who they're the what's it called, like the talking heads, or even the know-it-all, and all these different all these things that come out in the NBA and NFL that come out in these different industries.
Cheating. Who said she was cheating?
Y'all know what? We might as well stop this right now because HQ already said she don't believe him. So no matter us trying to make our factual points,
I don't believe his version
it's not
of everything.
his version. It was Giselle said it.
It's not his version. Tom Brady hasn't said anything.
It's a bad example of debate
Giselle
because
came out and said, "I've been having an affair for the past year and a half with this man." She came out and said that.
It's not going to make no difference. So we might as well move on to another topic because
No,
we just
you don't
arguing
get
at
to
the
direct
wall.
that. You don't get to direct that.
I'm talking to
the whole point is she didn't say that. Y'all just heard that. She never came out and said, "Oh, I've been having an affair for a whole year and a half." She never said that.
It's irrelevant about a year and a half. We know that
My
she
whole
said
point
she
is you
had an
all are trying to
affair.
make it seem as though she left
had
for no
an
reason.
affair.
She
had
didn't
an
leave for no
affair.
reason.
Yeah, the reason she left because she was sleeping with the trainer.
No,
she found comfort in the trainer.
I don't believe that.
And she was unhappy.
That's
and
literally
she was
what I just
unhappy.
said. HQ, no matter what we say, you're not gonna believe it. So it's no point in arguing it.
For that reason, if she just left for that, why did we have why did we get? I didn't quit my football, and so therefore she didn't like me not quitting football. Why do we have that story? We had that story, and we got this story. She cheated, and we got
both
this
happened
story.
at the same
she left
time.
because I wouldn't quit football. Why did they have the need to come out?
Why was she sleeping with the trainer then? Why was she sleeping with the trainer because he said he wouldn't leave football? So it happened. So she was sleeping with the trainer already. So it doesn't matter.
Don't know that.
Yes, we do, HQ.
They could have been separated 2-3 years ago. They could have been separated 2-3, and you would never know.
But they
because
weren't.
they won't tell you that. They could have been separated 2-3 years ago, and we don't know.
They could have never been married, and the kids could be adopted.
All I'm saying is,
wait, Jay,
bust out and start cheating.
I think Jay is right, though. I think Jay is right. And again, HQ, you said that this is a lot of speculation. We are speculating. We can't say for sure.
I'm speculating. Y'all are speculating. I'm just saying.
All right, but wait.
Say that she quit. She quit the relationship because she was cheating. That's not all that went on. That's all I'm saying.
But can we use another relationship as an example? Can we use another relationship?
Example.
I was gonna say, and they're still together. I was gonna say Will Smith and Jada.
I don't even want to go down that road, brother.
That's so many rabbit holes.
That's just evil. That's evil right there.
Rabbit holes.
That's a rabbit cavern.
Y'all did not stand on here and say she cheated and he didn't do nothing. And that relationship is convoluted. She didn't just cheat.
What about the main? What about our main relationships? Us, Forget them. In the celebrity life, they deal with different stuff. What about Keisha and Jamal? Pam and when you talk about Sam down the street and everybody else, Sarah. What about us? What are they leaving for? Let's go there. Those people have a lot of money that they're battling against, and then they also have people gone for lengths of time at a moment. So they're getting bored and just venturing off and doing whatever they want to do, or they're accepting the plight, like people that have been married for 30, 40 years in the industry. We're not talking about them. Let's focus back on us regular folks right here. Why are Jamal and Keisha leaving each other? Because what? Why are the women leaving?
Okay.
Bored
Wait. So
Instagram and following social media. They're bored.
That's good, Jamisa.
Wait. Jamisa, let me ask.
Saying my premise is she's not leaving for no reason. That's it.
All right, so let me ask Jamisa a question.
Anything else? I'm saying women and men are not leaving.
So
for no reason.
Can I ask Jamisa a question? Jamisa, you're right. Let's not focus on anybody up there. Let me ask you, Jamisa, from your experience and the woman that you know, what is the top 3 reasons that they give for leaving their men?
Okay, I'll speak for myself. Wanting more, looking for a bigger adventure than it was, thinking marriage was just a joke, like a relationship. Oh, you got to give me this and that. Resources, looking up to internet, thinking your money needs to be, these people with the 100K value, they're wrong.
Wait, Jamisa, wait. I love your answer. Wait. Jamisa, I love your answer. You always give good answers. But please don't frame it in your way of thinking. You think,
okay,
I'm gonna say it correctly.
He's asking,
but don't frame it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Frame it as if you was a regular woman who do not understand all these things. Why do they leave their men?
Okay.
Like I gave 5 reasons why I think women leave their men. He's asking you, why do you think women leave? And boredom is not just the only reason. It can't be. Just can't be.
Okay. One being looking into someone else's stuff, thinking, oh, why are you not being like him? 2 being money, thinking all these people online, all of a sudden everybody's rich, making 100K. That's not realistic. Money. So looking into the Joneses and then money, and then also not feeling satisfied, happy, and sexually, which is a mutual combat ground. You can't depend on the man and say, I'm leaving because I'm not sexually satisfied. That's a mutual thing. If you're not satisfied, you take it. You get in there and you get it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't do that.
I love that.
You can.
I like her. I like her.
Because you don't think he's doing it right. It's called communications in the sexual realm. Talk about it. Get up in there and
like her.
What to do.
Yeah, but that's not every woman. I wish that was the case. You can't do that for everybody. I wish that was the case because it sounds good. And if that was the case, it'd be a lot less sexless marriages out there. It's a ton of sexless marriages out there. You don't think the dude would just go and, hey, we about to do this, right? You're gonna do this. No, you can't just do that. It's nice to say if you have a woman that has that mentality.
Yeah,
I want you to take it, fool. Come on, show me what you got.
So
wait, because now that's called raping your wife. If you do that, if I encouraged all of the men, right, when they started having a hard time with their woman, I encouraged all of them. When you get out the shower, just go start dancing naked in front of your woman. She done seen you wiener before. Start dancing naked in front of that heifer. Like, and some of them and most of them, because of where they was at, they was like, it's too late. Like, it just, and once we get turned down so many times, especially from the woman that we married, it's like now I no longer have a reason to try. And you are that lion that's in the cage with those lifeless eyes, just looking at booty walk by because you can't get none at home. That's it. That's the cause of this shit.
So, Jamisa, again, your answers was great, but like even to Black America's point, I wouldn't necessarily say getting out the shower and dancing naked, but again, I would say like work out. Every man should be working out, pushing the world away. Get on your fucking hands and toes and push the world away. So, but to Jamisa, listen, what 2 things would you recommend men to do that would not like that would lead to, again, more happy relationships in terms of the female being content and saying, I really don't have any reason to leave him?
Okay. I don't want to misanswer. Is there a way? Can you repeat that in a way that I don't personalize it? I'm trying not to.
Okay, so I just want you to give me 2 things that men can do that would focus on themselves, that would help contribute to the females being happy in the relationships.
Okay. Stop going into it selfishly. Marriage is not about happiness. It's about duty and fulfillment and playing your role, doing what you're supposed to do. Both sets, you guys, before we're talking about marriage on the back end. Before you get into it, these are properly vetted situations that should have already been discussed. Premarital counseling is valid. You guys need to have these hard conversations, and then a lot of these I'm divorcing because I'm not happy will eliminate themselves if you know what you're getting into. These people are just getting married for the wedding itself. That's all I got on that. Not they're getting there for the experience, the money, not the obligation, not the long goal. It's the big picture here. We're looking at the big game. What do these people you see on all these socials, Kendra and all that, 50, 60 years old, looking for dates? That's ridiculous if you're not a widow. That's crazy. Talking about all these high demands that you playing a 20-year-old's game. That's crazy. That's crazy.
HQ,
You got 6 for 7, 7 for 5, 9 for 2, job chickens all over the place. That's crazy.
Well, again, Jamisa, I love your answer. I can't complain, but I want to, HQ, can I open that question up to the whole panel?
Yeah. Go ahead. What was the question? Say it.
Just from the men's point of view, what are 2 things that we can do as men to help keep the relationships?
What can the men do? I want to hear what the men have to say.
Do? I'd say, like the women said in the chat earlier, they said romance. You can find out what your woman's definition of romance, what that looks like for her, and then you can do your best to fulfill that for her as often as you can. That's one thing. Not gonna be perfect at it, but that is one thing that you can do.
Right. PC?
I mean, I went through the same thing. My ex-wife, she loved to like go out and like being the life of the party. I'm already life of the party, but she want to go out to clubs and be dancing. I was a laid back type of guy, but he right. I mean, he said it right. Yeah, we don't need validation as men. We just don't. We know where our worth stand at. Women is totally different. It's just totally different. And I appreciate Jamisha because man, HQ, she took away your cloning. I want to clone her now. Seriously,
I'm a heathen. I'm a heathen. I'm gonna live.
Yeah, you're a little bit stuck in your ways, so I'm gonna go with her. You're a bit stuck in your ways.
I'm not stuck in my ways. I'm not stuck on anything. I believe there's 2 sides to every story.
You stuck on happiness. There's one. It's the happiness, and if you listen to the panel, it's the happiness, and you validating these women happiness. Whereas though we listen to Jamisa, it's like, well, you got to fall in line with your man, and it's not all about your happiness because it's about the end goal.
I don't believe that's the whole point.
We're trying to get to 67, 69. Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't believe that. That's not how the world works.
No, I don't recognize how.
It would.
It's great. It's great when you
say.
It's great when you say, I gotta forego my happiness for a marriage and all that good stuff. I get all of that.
If you play the role for a good man, you'd be happy.
Yeah.
You would be happy.
Not how the world works.
Well, then they're gonna just be like
that's amazing. Single. That's fine. That's fine. The way you put it, but that's not how the world works.
They're gonna be
We're
on
not
Kendra and
arguing with
Ashley
you.
Dalton.
We're not gonna go back and forth with your HQ. I mean, if you got your opinion and you
No,
and
I'm
we're
not
talking.
saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. I'm saying the way you're saying it and the way it is may be two totally different things for people.
Hey,
I'm saying for me, that wasn't how I conducted marriage. For me, that's the way I come up. It's great. I would love to see a lot of these men's wives get on the panel and say, your husband said this, and see if it actually matches what he's saying to people on this panel. Because sometimes that stuff don't even match. Well, I'm the leader. I tell her everything. I tell her to do this, that, and the third. And sometimes that don't even work. That's
no,
not
because
even
the
how their
woman.
relationship is.
No,
So
because the
I'm
people you saying.
saying I'm dealing with
Wait.
how women
HQ.
really
I
express themselves.
could easily produce that. That's easy to produce. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So that's
I'm
not
not saying that's not for you. That's not how I'm not saying your relationship doesn't work like that. I'm saying most people want to be validated in their relationships. And most people have reasons to do and say the things they do and say. Just because it's not valid for you doesn't mean it's not valid to them. She's entitled to feel how she feels, just like you're entitled to feel like she should put duty before everything. And she's entitled to feel that that's not all that I need in a relationship except duty. She's valid in her concern, just like you valid in yours. Y'all just want to invalidate why she feels the way she feels. That's not how that works. You can't invalidate another human being's feelings and what makes them tick. Otherwise, the relationship is not going to last. You have to look at her and see what she's talking about. Okay, that ain't valid. I believe it. You said it. It may be valid to you, but it's not valid to me. But I have to do something to negate that. Y'all saying we ain't gonna deal with it at all.
Yeah, you
Y'all
say
saying
most people. You
her
say
feelings are not valid when
No,
she
we
That's
feels
have to
right.
deal with it.
when
We
she
no
have to
one's
That's
deal
right.
with
saying
it.
that.
We have to deal with it anyway. How ridiculous,
Yeah.
how ridiculous
So
could be at
why
any point in
is it
time.
that
We
if
still got to
she
deal with
feels
it
like this, why do you say you're not? Why do you say it's okay to invalidate the way she feels?
because we don't feel
HQ.
it. We're not invalidating it.
That's
We
the
don't
whole
feel
point of
it.
having the emotional maturity to
That's
understand
not
another
emotional.
person's feelings.
Q said
Another
it in the
person's
chat. I
valid. You
can't
have to
feel for
validate them at
you. It's
least,
your feeling. It's
right?
your feeling. I can't feel the feeling that you're
So my whole
feeling.
point is, when I tell you I feel neglected, and you say, no, you don't, because I ain't neglecting you.
Nobody said you painting in the corners now. Nobody says you don't feel neglected because I don't neglect you. Why you feel neglected? What's going on? Nobody says you don't feel neglected because I'm not neglecting you.
But I'm saying,
So wait.
saying, no, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Why you turning around telling me you don't feel validated? But I'm doing everything. That right
Wait.
there,
And
validating
that's
her feelings.
and that
Wait.
can I jump in? Let me jump in right quick. And that's
Go
why
ahead.
I said the women, when they have a complaint and they come to the airwaves, that man needs to be right there to either back up what she's saying or give pushback on the things she's saying. When I was on here a couple of weeks ago, HQ and Prince was my lady of the house right there listening to me talk and actually on the live feed. Did you guys hear her? The shit that I say, it doesn't change, it doesn't waver, it doesn't vary. And the problem is that I like I say, I understand what you're saying, HQ. I just want people, men, to lead women that have that mindset, because they are going to be eating cat food in the future.
Yep.
Everybody's not like you, HQ. Everybody's not going to be on top. Everybody's not going to make $100,000, especially women, especially our women.
Right.
Our women don't make money. They are not successful. Most of them are stupid. Most of our women are morons.
Jay,
And
wait.
Hey,
I
you
mean not
gotta
Jay,
hey
excuse
Jay,
me. Wait,
you gonna
Black.
get burned up, Jay.
Black.
Let me
Black.
read the super chats. Look.
He gonna
Stephen
get burnt
James,
up for that one.
$2. Hold on. Stephen James, $2. Breathe HQ. Mr. Walker, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. $10, Mr. Walker. Salute to the panel. And single by choice is $10. Thank you. Salute to the panel. And hit the like button. Support the channel. Please hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. You like the discussion.
Wait,
Hey,
can I ask Black America a question?
Black America just said that.
Wait, Black, can I ask you a question real quick? And I
100%.
don't want to. And this is not trying to disrespect you or anything like that. But you brought up the last time we spoke, and you said your wife said whatever. And I understood again that your wife didn't have a problem with you what you were saying. She had a problem with what I was saying. But at the end of the day, again, to a certain degree, you understand your wife's habits and how she's bound to go off sometimes or speak her mind or whatever. You understand these things. And I'm pretty sure to whatever extent that you deal with it, you know how to handle that. You know how to, corral her, calm her down. You know how to satiate her. You know how to do all those things. That's your wife. You should be able to. But again, does that mean that you don't have control of her?
What do you mean? Does that mean I don't understand the question.
Okay, let me frame it a different way. Because every now and then she might speak her mind. Does that mean that you don't have control of her?
Oh, she can speak her mind. Like I said, I encourage advice or her to cover my six or take up my blind spots.
Women are stupid.
Advice. So I'm a truck driver, right? And she's been in the medical profession for over 25 years, right? So she's a medical professional. When I break my ankle or cut my finger off or something like that, I listen to what she says.
Right.
But when it comes to putting a motor in the car or drag racing, that's the shit that I do. You can't tell me about the shit that I do. If you can't beat me arm wrestling, don't tell me about my workout program and lifting weights. If you can't beat me running, don't tell me that jogging from light pole to light pole is not working. So that's what I'm saying. If you're good at one area, be great at that. Don't infringe on what I do. You can't take the garbage out. You can't take the garbage out like me. You know what I mean? You can't hang up a TV on the wall by yourself like me.
Wait, Jay. Jay. Listen, I had only asked you that question to illustrate to HQ that even the so-called worst of men compromise with their woman. Think about their woman's efforts and understand and take in consideration what their woman can and can't do. Even the worst of us men do that.
Okay. You take into consideration.
Wait a minute, he calling me the worst of men? God,
no, I'm not calling.
That's horrible.
Now, I'm not calling you the worst of men, but I'm just trying to. She's saying that men don't do this. We do it. You do it. Jay does it. I do it. We all do it.
That's not Jay. That's Black, man. It's not me.
My fault. We all do it. But Jay, don't you compromise with your woman too?
Absolutely not. No, of course I do, man. Like I appreciate Black so much, man. It's a different perspective because I don't live like that. But that's right. His reality. We can't tell him that's what he lives. He's living that truth. Right. I don't live like that. I don't have.
That's an extreme agenda. That's an extreme. That's on that extreme end. That's on that extreme end. Most of us are in the middle, where we have compromise, where we talk, where sometimes you lead, sometimes I lead, sometimes we interchange these roles. You're saying, okay, a man leads. I get the lead part, but he don't always lead. He's not always there to do all of that. He has an umbrella that I stand under, but I still have autonomy. I still can do the things that I want to do and how I want to do it. I take his counseling into consideration, but he never has control over what I wear, think, how, speak, and all of that, because I'm my own
Yeah,
individual
well
human
then you
being.
wouldn't have a man. You won't have a man ever.
Well,
You will
that's the thing
never
that
have you could have a guy, but if a man can't tell you what to wear and you pay attention to it, you'll never have a man.
Yeah,
I
I
understand.
don't do extreme things, so he doesn't
I,
have
I
to tell me what
that's
to
the
wear.
point I was about to make,
I'm
HQ.
not an extreme person.
that
What you see on this screen in
that's
this white blouse, this is the most extreme you've ever seen me on the internet. So I don't do extreme things. Okay. So my man doesn't have to tell me not to get on here and show my ass. He don't have to tell me that. Some men don't have to tell their women that. They already know. They already are
It's
demure
already
in their
known.
character. That's
The point I
the
was about
most
to make.
extreme that you'll ever see me on the internet right there. Okay.
So HQ, can I bring it back to a point?
My man is not going to have to tell me what to wear and how to wear, because I'm not going to be out there doing these things. See?
So HQ, can I bring it back to the point? When you and Jay first started talking, that's why Jay said you act as if these men do these things to make these women leave, but the woman might not have done, like, you act like they're infallible, like they don't do anything wrong. Even if it's not communicating, even if it's he's telling her to do something or step up in a way, and she say, I don't want to do it. Again, the women are doing these things to trigger the men into being just, again, ruthless, or being whatever, however you want to put it.
It's having a standard.
I
It's
didn't
not
say
ruthless. I don't want
I didn't say there was emotional maturity in a lot of these women. That's half the problem of these relationships.
Yeah,
There's no emotional maturity, and people are doing things to trigger other people, doing things to get a reaction out of other people. There's a lot of people who do that. I get it. Women are the ones who primarily do that. I get all of that. So I'm saying we're such emotional creatures. How do you navigate these emotional creatures? If you know that she's an emotional creature, you know she does these things.
So wait. So when Black says these type of women, just leave them, don't deal with them. Is there, like, okay, let's say that's the extreme.
That's a new problem.
Well, let's just say that's the extreme. He say just don't deal with these women.
Right.
That's the extreme. Just get rid of them, kick them out, whatever. Right. Is there a middle ground on that where, again, like Jay said, the women have to regulate themselves to give the men enough reason to deal with them being emotionally unstable?
Yes. Your question is, do they need to regulate themselves? Of course. I think every person should be in a relationship and do what they need to do in order to function as a human being. There's a lot of people that want to have drama every 5 minutes, want to do this every 5 minutes. This is when you become a mature adult, knowing that you cannot do this, that, and the third every 5 minutes. But our problem is society, everybody wants everything now, immediately. I want to have it my way and not just your way. I can't think in terms of two. I can only think in terms of me. And a lot of people think in terms of me and me only. So I'm saying we have to have more emotional, mature people getting into relationships in order for the relationships to sustain themselves. I get it. Women are emotional creatures, but that don't mean they're outrageously emotional. I'm an emotional woman too. But I know how to regulate myself. I know how to walk into a room and I'm angry with a person. I know to direct my anger at that person. I know that hollering or raising my voice is not going to work. I know calling the person names is not going to work. These are things that I know as an emotionally mature person. We don't have a lot of people who know how to walk into a room and not start swinging on another human being, calling her B's and C's. Cheating because she said something wrong. Cheating because I just feel like it. That's the problem.
That's not what happens.
Really?
Can I answer Prince's question right quick? Prince, I'm gonna answer your question because I've been sitting here kind of chewing on it and thinking about it. So the question that you asked was, is there two things that men can do to better either be in relationship with a woman or something like that?
Right.
And I'm going to say the only thing
Before you answer, can I
that
preface
men
the
can
question?
do. Go ahead.
America, before you answer, two things that men can do, let's say without, and again, I want to use this for a specific reason. I want to exclude it without money. Don't use money as one of them. But two things that men can do to better the relationships.
Be firm. Do not acquiesce. If you say something, make sure that you do it and stand firm to it. Do not bend, do not break. One more thing is, um, Jay had said romance, but I, you know what? I don't think there's anything else, bro. I always stand on your square. Is only thing that I can say. Other than that, a woman, like HQ says, has full autonomy and she can leave at any given point. And once she's unhappy or once she's done with you, she's leaving. There's nothing that you can do. You can't caveman her, hit her over the head, and drag her back in the house. So you're kind of done. So be firm, stand on your square. If she don't like the shit you talking, go get another bra, and then go get another bra. Eventually, once they're tired of eating cat food, somebody's going to start to listen.
So that's funny. So America, again, I got no problem with you at all. But I have to ask you, on the scale of 1 to 10, how extreme do you think you are in terms of like, how your outlook on relationships and females and women?
I love women. So I, like I said, 33 years. That heifer you heard in the background, she been rocking with me since like she said, 13, 14 years old. I'm over 50 now. So it's been a long time. And once again, she knows it don't matter if I'm in the middle of getting a blowjob from somebody else. If she call me, I am coming. She knows I'm going to live, kill, and die for her. And to her, that's what matters. It don't have nothing to do with money. We've been broke and we've been on top of the mountain. I went to a federal prison, young man. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s. We've been broke and we've been on top of the mountain. And so I'm not extreme at all. I just found the right ones to have in my circle. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It just has to do with them having confidence in me that I have the competence to make sure that everything is going to keep on working, that the world is going to keep on turning, that they don't have to wake up to a house that's dark or a refrigerator that's empty or a car with no gas.
But Black America, you do know most women don't think of you, that think a man who does that is a good man, right? You think that's a good man. Maybe other men think that's a good man. A lot of women don't think
It doesn't.
that is a good man.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just saying. I'm saying
no,
you're presenting it as though that makes you a good man or you're benevolent in some way. I'm telling you, women aren't going to think of you as a good man because you said that. But you think of yourself as a
no.
good man.
Women see
But
me
most
as
women are not going
exciting.
to.
See, women see me as, just like that young lady said, women see me as exciting. I'm a biker. I'm a trucker. I'm all of the bad things, but I'm also smart and do all of the good and great things. With me, yeah, you can go on a vacation. We can get on the plane in the morning and fly out of the country. My life is a lot different. So they see that as a good thing.
I'm saying there's some women out here who are going to say that's a bad thing. Just like it's all your perspective. I get it. I do. You're doing all of these things and you're doing that. I still would have a problem with that. Me, I would have a problem with that. Okay. I'm just saying me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm saying for me, I would have a problem with that. But some women don't. That's okay. But I have the choice to say that's not for me, or that's a reason why I'm leaving. I would have a reason to leave. So I'm saying women have reasons to leave. She just
So
don't go. Even though this is considered, Black America is considered a good man to some men. I mean, to a lot of people, he may be considered a good man. To me, that would be reason for me to leave. So therefore,
so
you can't just say he's a good man all the way across the board because he does X, Y, Z. He provides, he does this, that, and the third. I wouldn't consider it a good man, a good husband. For me, I'm saying for me,
can
a lot of women will
can
say
I ask
the same thing.
can I ask Jamisa a question? Jamisa, I want to ask you, from the men and women that you know in your life, on average, do the men want more relationships or do the women want more relationships? Who wants to be in a relationship more, the men or the woman?
That was to me.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I'm y'all. The chat's funny. Um, I'm not focused well. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I had to. I'm over here crying. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that.
No, I simply ask, from what you know in your personal life, do the men want to be in relationships more or do the women want to be in relationships more?
I believe it's both, but they have conflicting conflicting things that are going to make it work. That's what I believe. They have conflicting reasons on why they want a relationship.
Right.
Exactly. And from what you had said earlier, it just seemed like the women tend to have more unrealistic ideas from relationships than the men do.
Like what?
She said it.
No, I'm saying what's the unrealistic expectations that we have?
Jamisa, do you remember what you said earlier?
Oh, she on the phone. Okay.
Uh,
No, I think she said something like they just want it for clout, or they just want it because other people want it, or they just want it because it's something to do, or this, that, and the third. I mean, that's what she thinks. I don't think that, but that's the way she thinks. I don't think that. I think there's a bunch of reasons why people want to be married. A bunch of reasons why people do the things that they do. We don't know what goes on in people's minds. I would never marry somebody for clout, or I would never marry somebody for that. I want to be married to somebody passionately, and them be married to me passionately. And I want us to work together to build a future together. I don't want to have to worry about you on the internet talking to her, him, this, that, and the third. Because I know for a fact you ain't never got to worry about me doing that. Because I'm committed. Once I'm committed wholeheartedly. I'm committed to the point where you be like, damn, she right there. Yeah, she's right there. What you need, I got it. You ain't got to look over here. You ain't got to talk to this female. You ain't got to get a friend from work. Heathen Queen is right there. You walk in the door. I'm in the heels. I'm in the short skirt. I'm in all of that good stuff. Right? So there ain't no talking about, well, she didn't do this. She didn't want to have sex with me. She didn't want to do. No, I want to know about your day. I want to know what's going on with you. I want to know what your dreams are. Tell me what your dreams are, and I'll help you fulfill whatever dreams you need. And I expect you to do the same for me,
so
regardless
HQ,
of whatever that is.
my simple question to you is,
Right.
why do you sit here and worry about the men instead of teaching the females exactly that?
The female, because it's not just a female problem that relationships.
Wait, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Didn't you
I'm
ask?
not saying that.
Did you
I'm
want to hear
saying
my answer, or you don't?
we understand that it's a man and a woman problem. Yes,
That's
we
correct.
understand that.
That's correct.
But what I'm saying is, I said specifically, why do you worry about the men instead of teaching the woman that? Once you teach them that, the man will have nowhere to stand in terms of being brutish or being crazy or acting out of hand. Like, again, let me just put it like this. Me, myself, I don't cheat on my wife. Why? Because she does all of those things that you said. She does all those things. But if she did not, then I'll definitely be cheating.
I'll answer your question. The reason HQ doesn't do that is because HQ knows they will not listen to her. They will look at her and turn their eyes and keep on doing whatever the heck they want to do, because that's what they going to do. That's why my solution to it is never going to work. The women are never going to change, because you're going to have women like some people in the chat they not going to change.
Yes,
and then men won't change because of that, because women think they can do it on their own.
But Prince said something. He said, why not get the women to change? You know the women are not going to change. But you're trying to get the opposite. You're trying to get them to change. They're not going to change unless they want to change. You can only change yourself. You can only change yourself. Like I said to you this before, Jay, I said, if all the men got up on top of the hill and said, I'm not going to deal with no 304s, there wouldn't be no more 304s. You wouldn't have to worry about no 304 because the women would come correct. But if you consider yourself the leader, why not get up on that hill and try to change the men to say, we ain't lowering our standards to these 304s no more.
And
we not lowering, we not doing it. Men stand on this hill and say, I'm not dealing with you trash women no more. Then the women can't be trash no more.
I got it.
You can't get the women to change. The women, long as you got women that's gonna be trashy, it's gonna be traitors that's gonna come down and deal.
But it also comes with proper guidance. I mean, we can want women and men to change all we want, but if what they see is what they're getting and what they're following after, it's not going to change until the leaders change. It has to stop somewhere. Where in my home,
leaders have to be the ones to take the lead. That's what I'm saying. Men,
but the leaders now are
waiting for the women.
So
they're waiting for the women. The women ain't gonna change.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The women are not gonna change. Right?
Wait.
Women have changed. Men have not. Men have not changed. Men have not changed.
Why haven't they changed?
Men have not changed. There's always been good men. There's always been bad men. Women have gotten the opportunity to come into the realm of man now, because women was all oppressed before for some reason. Women they have the autonomy that they didn't have before. I don't need no man. That was never said before. Women are saying that in mass now. Men have not changed. You ask a man, we need women. That's what we say. We need women.
And you say men have not changed. Yes, they have.
Wait.
Acquiesce to the women and what the women.
Wait.
Certain men have acquiesced to the women, but this society is still functioning right now because of men.
But wait a minute. HQ. No. Jay said that the what you call it? Yeah, I forgot what you said, but Jay said the women are doing what they want because they're gonna do exactly what the fuck they want. Is he right?
Women are gonna do what they want. Yes.
Okay. So is that the reason why you don't address them?
I can't address them. You can't address them. You can address them on a surface level. But when you tell people that, look for example, I tell men this and that.
Not men, women though. Women.
No, hold on. I tell men this, that, and the third, and they resist it. I tell women this, that, and the third, and they resist it. So I'm hitting all the barriers of resistance on both sides. It's always resistance. It's always going to be resistance. But the whole point is, who is going to change first? Who will change what they're supposed to do first?
Oh,
I'm taking you all's lead. The man is the leader, or he wants to be the leader. So if
but
the
wait a
man
minute.
wants to be the leader, he has to be the one to change first, to pull
Wait, HQ
back
though. But I could
hello.
easily just using your words, using the words you just said,
Yeah,
where who's going to bend first. I could easily use your words to prove that in fact the woman being the submissive is supposed to bend first. Who bends? I
it
could
doesn't
easily
matter
use it
what
to.
it's supposed to be. It matters what it is. What it is the women are not going to change unless they see a change in the men.
Okay,
The
HQ.
men their standards have to become harder. They
Okay,
need to say, no, I'm not going to bend. No, I'm not going to deal with you.
okay,
No, I'm not going to do this. And then the women are going to have to change because they don't have no choice.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Men will have to do that first. Women are never going to change first.
And at the
They
point when
just are not.
all the men get up on that hill and we all join together and we tell the women, we're not
We
going
ain't
to
dealing with
acquiesce
y'all
to
stank.
you.
Right.
And the women say, we're not going to do this. And you know what the men going to say? You know what? We're going to make you do what we want you to do. Because if we telling you we've made a change already and y'all still don't want to listen. So now we're going to make you do what we want you to do because we can. Because we're the dominant sex in the species.
And
So
Kevin
where
Samuels,
do we
somebody
go
said
from
it in the
there?
audience. Somebody said it in the audience. Kevin Samuels was right. Didn't he tell y'all, get up on top of that hill? You ain't dealing with no more skanks no more. You don't qualify for me. You pull yourself up. You don't qualify for me. So once y'all say that, once all of y'all say that, women are going to have to change. Otherwise, they're going to be in the wilderness. But you got
So
traitors that ain't going to change, who ain't going to do that. But the only
so
group that is going to change is some men, a lot of
so
men.
HQ, from what you're saying, it definitely sounds like you're conceding that women are children. Not all
No,
women.
I didn't say women are
Wait a
children. You
minute.
said
Let me finish. Let me finish. From what you're saying, it sounds like women don't know how to control themselves. Women aren't agent. Women aren't actually agents of themselves. They don't know how to take agency. They don't know how to do anything for themselves in terms of saying, okay, let me direct myself this way because I know this is going to be for the betterment of myself, regardless of a
neither
man,
do men.
regardless
And
of.
neither do men. Y'all don't get the high ground on that. Neither
Men are
do
held
y'all.
accountable around every turn. Men are held accountable.
Exactly, HQ. So you can't say that.
So
Jay just proved
In,
you
in, in
wrong.
the legal
Yes,
in the legal system, men are held account in every way. Men are held
that's not
exactly,
what I'm
accountable.
saying. I didn't say
exact.
anything about not being held accountable. What I am saying is you guys don't have fucking standards for women.
When we're not talking about that at this exact moment. What
Yes,
I'm
we
saying
Why
are.
are
is that.
That's
why
what
are
Wait
I'm
a minute.
women's
talking
standards
about.
so low
I'm
for
saying
Wait.
as long as
themselves?
you don't have standards, women are
Exactly.
going to women
No.
are going to
With
do what they want to do, and they're going to
wait,
deal
wait,
with
wait.
those common
HQ.
denominators.
Jay just
Now,
said it. Jay.
hold on. When you all have to lift your standards. You can't just sit
Uh,
there and say, them women better change. You can't change nobody but you.
so
You have to
HQ,
be the one to change. You have to be the one to be the change that
please.
it happens. The women are saying, we're good enough. The women
So
are saying,
HQ.
hold on. The women are saying, we're good enough. We good enough. We got the snatch. We doing what you want. You want sex? We giving y'all sex. We doing all that. Y'all the one that has to, the men have to be the ones to put the standard up there and say, I'm not dealing with these hoes anymore. And then there won't be any more hoes. If y'all don't deal with no hoes, there won't be no more hoes.
Okay, so please
No,
address what Jay
hold on. Let that
said.
breathe. Let that breathe. If y'all don't
Okay,
deal with no more, if y'all don't deal with hoes, say y'all ain't dealing with no hoes, there won't be no hoes.
okay. So please address
So
what Jay just
therefore,
said.
stop telling me that I need to train the women. I can only give them advice. Y'all have to,
So
you men have to make a standard.
are you gonna let me talk, HQ?
because you keep interrupting me when I'm talking. Go now.
HQ. Jay just made the point. He said, why does it seem like...
Gotcha. Did you listen to what I said? Did you listen to what I said?
I'm just saying what Jay, I'm repeating
if y'all
what Jay
don't
said.
accept hoes, there won't be no hoes. If y'all say
I am
I'm not
repeating
dealing
what
with
Jay said.
hold on. You didn't let that breathe. You didn't understand what I'm saying to you. You can't, if I don't want no bread in this house, ain't no bread gonna be in this house.
It's not the same thing.
If I don't want to deal with no hoes, I ain't gonna deal with no hoes. Then there won't be no more hoes.
HQ, please. Please, HQ. That basic thought, okay, let me address it. That basic thought you just said, I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with it so much. That's exactly how I live my life. Okay, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, Jay said, why does it seem like the females have such low standards for themselves, not for men, for themselves?
You asking me to I gave you what needs to occur when it comes to relationship. Why are we back on the women? We're not talking about the women. We're talking about the men. If you have a standard,
and that's my point, HQ. That's it.
She don't come into your atmosphere. She don't come
but
around
I just
you
told
at
you
all.
I agree with that. I just told you I agree with
So
that.
now
I believe that men should.
why women don't have standards.
No, wait a minute. I agree with what you said. Okay, so I agree with what you said. Men should be doing this across the board. But like we said,
you gotta make a stand.
Okay, I agree with that.
So
but
stop
like
asking
we're
me
saying,
why I don't want to follow
this is
you. If you
okay.
don't
So
make a stand.
let me finish my statement, please.
Hold on. You're asking me why I'm not gonna make a stand. Why my standards are shitty, and I'm saying don't worry about my standards. What you gonna do? You the leader.
Okay. HQ,
if you don't want me and I'm a hoe and you stand over there on the hill and say I'm not gonna deal with Heathen Queen because she a hoe, then I ain't gonna be no hoe.
Yeah. The hoes will still be hoes, HQ. They'll still
no,
be
they
hoes.
Won't, because you ain't nobody accepting the hoes.
They'll still. It's not even about even if that hoe never. If she got a hoe mentality, she gonna always be a hoe.
So exactly. So this is why.
Then you don't never take her home. So therefore, she can't ever be a hoe again. Because ain't no man taking her home.
Just like thugs, a thug mentality person, and they got that mentality. They gonna always. You're not gonna stop them from being a thug. They gonna always have that thug mentality.
And so therefore, you have to raise your standards. So therefore, most of the women got to raise their standards if they want to be with men. If I want to be, if all 10 of those men, if I'm a hoe, or I want to be a hoe, or I'm hoe-like, and there's 10 men standing on that mountain over there saying, we ain't dealing with no hoes, you think I'm finna approach the men as a hoe? I'm gonna approach the men as a proper lady.
No,
I
you're
can't
not.
be a hoe. I can't
No,
be a hoe if them 10 men don't accept or want me.
Nope, that's not how that works, HQ. That's not how that's when things
So
get
you
ugly,
want me
HQ.
you want me not to be the hoe?
No, I'm
what I am.
I'm trying to explain. Like when I get like when I say stuff, it's like to bring awareness. Like if you go down that path of human nature, that ends up to women who act promiscuous being stoned at the front gates. It gets real biblical real quick. We see this all the time. Stuff gets when men exert authority on stuff, and you have the powerful in a group. They exert their power on the weaker people. The women are the weaker of the species. They're gonna suffer from this if it goes down that path. The women have to change first, HQ. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, Jake.
I know they not, but I know that's what I said. What I'm saying is never going to happen
because they never have no reason
to change
because
first.
y'all don't have standards.
But these women that's in here now, we need to wipe the slate clean with them, ignore them, if us, society, you, us, everybody, SBC, do better, everybody, we need to ignore those women, shame them, condemn them, point them out.
They've been doing that for years and years.
Keep
It
our
ain't
families tight and
work.
raise our daughters to be proper wives like before.
And y'all just continue to slut out women.
No, and we need to vet. I didn't say nothing about slut out women.
And y'all just continue to slut out women.
Y'all
don't have no. Y'all look for the look.
I am crying and begging, sugar, because I cared. Stay your heathen butt in the chat.
Look for the lowest common denominator. They always look for who's going to give them access. If you stop
not talking about the woman, I'm just gonna say one last thing.
Stop looking for access, there ain't gonna be no access.
Okay, HQ. I'm not gonna talk about the woman because you already conceded women don't have no standards. Okay, we get it. So should you not be saying, you said they don't have no standards. So let's address the men. Shouldn't you be, since you said you have to address the men because the men should change first. Okay. So shouldn't you not be telling the men, fuck these hoes, do what you want, move how you need to move? That's what you should be telling the men then.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is men should develop standards and stick to those.
How that translates to men is exactly what I just said.
No, that means not running around being slutty and hoish themselves. When you see,
I didn't say anything about fucking. I didn't say anything about intercourse with women. I just said forget the woman, fuck the woman, as leave them over there, fuck them. Don't help them with shit. Don't help them with no babies. Don't help them with no rent. Don't help them with no tires. Don't help them with no car. Don't help them with nothing. Don't help them with food. Don't do when she come and tell you, oh, I could suck on a little something for some food. You tell her, get the fuck out of my face, you dirty, rotten, stinky, musty hoe.
Exactly. But
so that's what I want you to. I want you to preach that very message to men.
Men ain't gonna listen to that message. They not gonna listen.
So then
they not gonna listen to go.
So
and not
checkmate HQ. I'm sorry, it's not to checkmate you, but checkmate. You just checkmated yourself.
Neither one of them are gonna listen. But the only way to move forward is for men to move first.
You just debunked yourself. You just debunked yourself.
All men have to have standards. All men need to keep their own standards. That's it. You need to keep your standards. I'm not going to mess with the hoes. That's it. I'm not going to mess with the hoes. She's not going to listen to what I say because she's going to do what she want to do too. So therefore, since both of them don't want to listen, nothing's going to change. But I only know the way forward is for men to say they're not going to deal with hoes anymore. That's the only forward.
That's the only way forward. And again, I watch your shows, HQ. I respect you. And again, like you had said, you made a great point earlier about how you was with your man. That's a good thing. Those are good things. But again,
women don't do that these days. They're not.
That's true.
That these days.
Okay.
They consider it slavery.
Yeah, because y'all have abandoned them as the older generation.
No, I ain't abandoning nobody.
Yeah, you
that's
have.
That's not my job to. That's not my job.
Exactly. It's not
exactly.
It's my job to train my daughters and the people I know.
So wait a minute. So from the female's point of view, females have no obligations to the community, while we as the men must have all of the obligations to the community. And if that's the case, if the men have to have all the obligations, yes, HQ, what you're saying is right. The men have to be strict. Super strict with their standards to the point where females don't got no fucking out but to listen. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This is the exact thing that we must. This is the exact thing that I want you to start preaching to the men. Fuck these hoes, not as an intercourse, but fuck these hoes. Send them to the streets. Send them back to the gutter and the dirt that they came from. Now, most black men don't have kids. A majority of black men don't have kids. A majority of black men are in relationships.
And you know what?
The men are holding up to standards.
I could stand behind that message. But what was it called? What was the name of that? That butterscotch tastes so good, I ain't gonna give it up. What is it he said? What was it he called it? Black America.
What he said,
He
no, he
said,
said
"Oh,
ice
the pumpkin
cream. He
pie." What did
said,
he say?
what he says, ice cream. He's what he say.
He
I know what you talk about. I know what you
He
talk about.
said,
He
"It's
said
so good.
he
God
said he
made it
like
so good that
he said he liked banana pudding. That's what he said.
banana
He liked
pudding.
banana pudding.
As
And
as long as men love banana pudding,
so
you can
let's
say
address
y'all
that.
gonna leave them hoes alone,
Yeah.
So,
but
but wait,
y'all ain't
HQ,
gonna leave them hoes.
you're undermining the very premise you just tried to set up by saying that men will never give this up because they're too into banana pudding. You're undermining your
No,
very
I'm not
own premise that
undermining anything.
yes,
I
you
said the way
are.
forward is for you to leave hoes alone, but I know that's not going to happen.
Man, do y'all know
Oh,
how much I want to do that I refrain from doing? Do y'all know how much I want to do that I refrain from doing?
What? What? What you
Like,
talking about?
like HQ, it's happening. There's brothers out here that could be out there doing whatever they wanted.
But you faithful.
I,
Why
I
you
could, I could,
faithful?
I could be leaving forehead prints all over town right now
But why you faithful? What's going
because
on?
I choose to be.
My point exactly.
That's
People,
me though. I can only
people choose
control
hoes.
me.
There you go.
But I tell you what, when I go to mentorship programs, I see majority men mentoring. I see majority men mentoring, especially in our community.
Right.
The community center I grew up in, when I go hoop, it was all black men in there mentoring us. I ain't see no women. I'm not saying this don't happen, but I know the vast majority of people that do
I was
mentorships.
a counselor for 20 odd years. So I did
And
counsel women and I counseled men.
yeah, but
I counseled them all.
how many other counselors did you see? That was like, was it a lot of women counselors as well
It was
too?
mostly women, yes. Mostly
Okay.
women.
Yeah,
So
I guess it's
yes,
anecdotal then, because I saw mostly men. All
I
the
mean
after
I have
school
seen
programs I
I have seen
did.
the worst of what society murderers. I've talked to murderers, I've talked to all kinds of people.
Now, social workers, I've seen more women social workers.
And
I'm
I've
talking
done all
about
of it.
kids. I'm talking about kids mentorship programs.
Right.
Organizing that stuff. I've seen mostly men that do that because that's
yeah, but
that's what
why is it that we so stuck on? See, here's the thing, and I know this is gotta be it. Gotta be it. I thought about it. Y'all feel like men and some women feel like if these women just close their legs, things would change.
For everyone.
That's it all across the board. And since that's not going to happen, stop talking about it. Try something else.
We need women.
So
to
since the women are not going to close their legs and men are not going to have sex, somebody needs to be the leader somewhere. And the only thing I can think of is the men's have to have standards and set those boundaries.
So wait, HQ, listen. So what you just said, yeah, you can take that back. Thank you. So what you said that the standards got to start somewhere. You don't believe that the women are going to do it, period. You don't believe the women are going to do it. The men got to do it. So again,
there's always compensation to keep your legs open.
From the men.
In the chat, Sugar Bum just said it. Why would women change if we getting everything we want?
Right.
Okay.
But they're not.
Well, they're not, but Janice is definitely right.
They don't require,
she's not lying though.
She
getting everything she wants. She is getting everything she wants. She get
so
hunching when she wanted.
Question?
She get her weave and nails done when she wanted. She getting everything she want.
Mm-hmm. So can I ask the question?
Right.
So Jay, you're absolutely right. Thank you for bringing that up. Because again, I was just going to ask this question right here. So are the women more inclined to? Yes. Okay. Each sex is incentivized by the other sex to do things. Mm-hmm. But are the women more inclined to be sluts than the men are inclined to be Simps.
Yes.
No, that's not opposite. You mean men paying for the sex, or men being horn dogs. That's the
simps.
of that.
Yes,
that's
simps.
not simps.
Yes,
Simps.
That is a simp. That is a simp. That is a simp. Yes.
Men needing what is it called? I forgot. I can't remember that damn name. He always say butterscotch. Whatever. So men will do anything for the butterscotch. So it's the women's fault.
Nah, ma'am.
Huh? You said what? I didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. The chat's wild.
I know they wild, right?
Prince, some people, the women are trying to take over the sexual thing because they want to take charge of it, like they're the ones that control it. To this certain degree, they control the access, but they don't control it. So they try to come with the shoulder heroes, the hero shoulders, like, oh yeah, I did this to him and blah blah blah, then I let him go. It makes them feel better and validated, like they did something. They're not doing nothing. Dude's over in the cut talking about, yeah, I hit and smashed, and it looks worse on her, but she's trying to take on that masculine role. That's what's going on here.
Jamisa, let me just say, I always love your answers.
She's trying to own it. She's trying to own it. Like, yeah, like you hear him talking now on social media, but like, yeah, I hit it and quit it, and he left. Like,
I mean, it's not a matter of owning.
HQ, drop the link to Sugar Bum. She's ready to come up.
Oh, Sugar Bum ready to come up? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now she want to come up. Is that everybody calling her a troll? I believe she's a real person, and she wants to come up and explain that we are all wrong.
She's a real person. She's a real person. She's a troll.
Bring all the CNH sugar cane.
I ain't never seen her get up on nobody's panel.
You've been talking smack on me. Let's go.
The whole point is, don't everybody want to stand in their corner and nobody want to change. So I'm saying somebody has to take charge. So who's gonna take charge? You gonna let the woman take charge, or y'all men gonna take charge? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
the women are saying
she's not gonna change. Neither one of y'all want to change.
The men haven't changed. HQ men have still been the same.
And
when you ask a man what's
been doing all of that, they've been promoting all of that. I'm saying stop promoting it. I'm saying stop giving her validation.
Okay, I agree with you.
Okay, HQ.
When you ask a man his role, when you ask a man or a woman a man's role, it's easy. It's definitive. We can point at it. We know what that's supposed to look like. A man is supposed to do this. And women, you ain't no man. You ain't no man. Because I didn't do what you want, whatever. But we know what a man is. Protection and provision, right? And when you ask a woman, what's a woman's role in a relationship? How come we don't know what a woman's role is? People barely even know what a woman is nowadays. They're trying to take that away from y'all, and y'all allowing it. What is a woman's role in a relationship, in a marriage? What is a woman's role? They don't want to do that no more. Women have changed. Men haven't. It's still the same. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but the sexual part is not. The sexual part is the same as it ever was.
So HQ, that's why my question was what it was. Who has more incentive? The women have far more incentive to be an act, or at least seen promiscuous online, than the men have to influence the females to be promiscuous.
The women are getting what they want. Y'all don't understand that. Women are getting what they want. Y'all seem to assume women want to be married. Not all these women out here want to be married. As long as they have access to sex and they can have children, they getting what they want. Let me get this $5 super chat from CMC Technique is class. Salute to HQ. We still love you. Then we got Mr. Walker. Remember, for 1 month, starve these holes off 20. Wait a minute.
Starve them out.
I'm saying these women are getting what they want. It may not be what you want, but it's what they want. It's what they want. They don't want to have you in their house telling them what to do, when to do, how to do, but they can get sex and they can have kids.
Exactly. So that means that
nothing else. They don't have to change nothing. So as long
Exactly.
as they don't
So
have to change nothing, and y'all want something different, y'all may have to be the
so
ones who change.
so HQ, you are admitting that females are agents of chaos. Not all, not all. In your relationship, you wasn't. In Jamisa's relationship, she's not. In my relationship, mine is not. And Jay's same thing. But most females are agents of chaos.
Well,
They want to go around causing chaos.
we can't say that because we don't know. We're not
You
inside.
just admitted it. You just admitted it.
I never
What do you
said
mean we
women
can't
are
say that?
agents of chaos. I never said that. You're
You just said that the females have no incentive on being married. They don't want to be married.
that
They
don't mean
don't
it's
want
chaos,
relationships.
but that doesn't equate to chaos. What are you
Yes, it
talking
does when
about?
we have a
It
society
don't.
that we're building. When we
No,
have a society that
I'm not building a
people
society.
not wanting it to be in functioning relationships is chaos.
Not all of us can function in relationships, and not all of us are meant to be in relationships, and not all of us can stand relationships. That don't mean I'm chaotic. If
You
I
still
know I'm
benefit
not
from
good in
society.
relationships, I know I'm good singly. I know I'm good as a single human being. I'm not chaotic. What do you mean? Chaotic? Just
HQ,
because I'm not in a relationship
HQ,
don't mean I'm chaotic.
HQ. You can either build or destroy. While couples are trying to build society, single people who are taxing the society are trying to destroy it. You can only move in one or two ways. This is why the society is as dysfunctional as it is. A lot of these women are agents of chaos or are trying to pull from the system more than they are trying to add to it. This is why we got schools shutting down because they don't have the kids to fill up the classrooms.
Now
This is why we got teachers.
you going way out of somewhere. That don't even make sense to me. I'm saying I'm a single individual and I'm not an agent of chaos in any way, shape, or form. And I choose to be single now. That doesn't mean that I'm a detriment to society. That doesn't mean I don't
Wait. HQ. I didn't say you. HQ. I didn't say you.
But then I'm
Very
just saying there's a lot of people out there that are single. They choose to be single because they don't
wait.
relationship.
Let
That
me
doesn't
can I
mean
be
that
more specific then? Can I
yes.
be more specific? What I mean is you in your situation, you said you admitted yourself you had made a mistake early on in your life and you did everything that you could to correct that, right? And when you found your husband, you applied all of those lessons and all of those things you had learned, said, no, I'm gonna do this right, so on and so forth.
Right.
So you wasn't being an agent of chaos, but within your marriage, your husband died. That's very honorable.
Right.
So again, I give you the respect because again, you saw that relationship out. You're past it. We can't then put that on you and say you're being an agent of chaos because you're single. It
So
doesn't
what if
work
I
like that.
know?
No.
So what if I know I'm not good in a relationship? What if I know
Well,
I'm
that's
emotionally
well,
immature and I stay away from relationships because I know I'm not good for them?
well, again, that's somebody being an agent of chaos because they can't mature enough. The highest
No, I
in
don't. I have to interject. I don't agree with that because HQ she has her children. She's beyond. She's not gonna have no more kids. So her job in society at this point is to be a mentor and a nurturer for her children and her grandchildren. That's her role in society at this point now. Like she said, them her kids. So that's who she's still responsible for.
But I'm telling him a single individual who knows they're not good at relationships, who knows I just can't do it. I don't think I can give to this woman the way she wants me to give to her. I don't think I can give to this man the way they want me to. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything absolutely wrong. I'm just living my life trying to prepare myself to be in a relationship if I want to. But
Those type
that's
of
just a
people.
normal everyday person. That's not a chaotic person.
Yeah, but
There's
those
a lot
people,
of people on the planet like that.
integrate into the dating society. They integrate into the dating pool, and then they portray themselves as valid members of the dating pool, looking to to have a relationship when they're not. That's men and women. They both do it because they're selfish.
this
Those
is
are the
very
agents
true.
of chaos. Those
Yes,
people are
but
But if I know I'm not good, if I know I'm not good in relationships, how is that selfish?
she's done
but
having.
wait, HQ, can I address? Can I address what you said?
You selfish though. If you know you're not good at relationships, some men know they're not good. They
But
know
then
they
you got to
don't
be
cheat.
upfront about that. You got to be upfront about that then,
Some men know
so
they
that
not.
they can,
Some
them
men
people
know
can
they
be
don't cheat,
together.
right? Some men know they're not willing to deal with women on a one-on-one basis, so they stay away from relationships and they just do what they got to do and they live their life. That's not an agent of chaos. That's just a regular, normal person living their life.
And leave the
I'm
hoes to them
positive that the people
guys,
who
and
get
then
in
the real
relationships
women take
who are not
accountability for
ready.
themselves.
See, if
But
you get into a
HQ,
relationship, you ain't ready, and you cause all this chaos, then there's chaos. But if I know I'm not ready, I think
but
I'm not
HQ,
being a selfish person. I'm being a
but
regular.
HQ, Jay he just addressed that. He said that these people are faking as if they're normal, healed people. They're faking and they're
There are some
intermingling
people
in.
who don't want to be in relationships. What do you mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they know that, but they're lying to people, portraying themselves as if they want to be in relationships, and then they go
Yes,
and doing all this
but
other
I'm
stuff.
saying the people who are not doing that, the people who are staying away from relationships, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not bothering you. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. Those are regular, normal, everyday people.
They
It's the
still
But
out
people
that's
who
here
are
not.
not
But
ready.
that's not
doing
most
all
people,
kinds of
though. But
stuff.
wait a minute, that's not most people.
Most
That's a
people
smaller percentage
are
of
messed
people.
up because they want sex.
But that's a smaller percentage of people who are healed enough to say, okay, I'm fucked up, and I'm gonna specifically not date at all. I'm gonna abstain from dating altogether because I'm so fucked up. And if they take that stance, shouldn't their next thought be like, maybe I should start working on myself in order to work towards be able to be in a relationship?
Only if I
Shouldn't
want to
that
be
be
in a
their very
relationship.
next thought? And
Only
okay, and if
if I
not,
want to be in a
that
relationship.
wait, okay, valid point. And if not, that means that this is why I brought up the society thing, because we are fighting a war of attrition. You can only build or destroy the people who are in relationships, like everybody here and yourself are trying to add to that. The people who are not are taking away. This is a war of attrition.
Y'all tripping in the chat. They tripping in the chat.
Mammy.
Y'all wild. That's wild. Wait a minute. Why are they talk? Why is the chat going off like this? Y'all in the chat. But my whole point is we trying to push relationships. I get it. But I don't want to push a relationship. I don't want to push a relationship off on people who ain't ready or who don't know or who are not ready for that. I'm saying when you get into a relationship, you have to have the maturity in order to see it through. Yes, we have to see it through. Once we make that commitment, let's see it through. But some people get into relationships and they're not emotionally mature enough to even handle half a day or half a month or half a year in a relationship dealing with another person. So therefore, don't get in no relationship. Don't do that. Wait till you mature enough. I'm saying there's a lot of women out here who are not mature enough to be in relationships. So I'm saying, who's going to take the lead? Who's going to take the lead? Is it going to be the man or is it going to be the woman who takes the lead in relationship? Everybody, men are supposed to be in charge of relationships. Are you going to take the lead in the relationships and get the standards that are needed for the women to stand to get next to? Because she ain't got no sexual stand. You give me $50,000 and HQ is gonna wobble. You say HQ, I'm gonna give you $50,000 if you sleep with me. HQ gonna be wobbling over there like, what can I do with this 50 G's, right? So I'm saying women are always gonna wobble if you offer them something. Stop offering them stuff.
I don't give them nothing.
No, I don't think that men
offering them stuff.
I have a hard
I
enough
don't
time
think that
giving.
men offer. Wait, I don't think that men offer women stuff. I think that women flaunt their shit and be like, "Oh, if you give me something, you might be able to get some of this."
That men always offer women something. They offer them D. They offer them money. They offer them plenty. Women,
okay, and if
women
they
don't just
offered
walk
up
up
D,
to you and say, "Hey, I want to have sex with you."
and if he
Women don't do
offers
that.
her D,
You got
why is her response if he offers her D Why is her response, give me $1,000 and you could get some of this? Why is that response? Should her response be like, hold up,
Because she
wait a minute.
knows that you don't want a relationship with her, so now you're gonna pay
She
for
don't
what.
want the relationship. She doesn't want the
Wait a minute, you
relationship.
asked me why did she do it? I said because you don't want a relationship with her, and she knows that. She knows you just want to have sex with her, so you're gonna pay for that.
But she doesn't want a relationship at all.
No, that
Want to
no.
know how?
You asked me why is she doing that? I'm telling you why she's doing that. Women can be petty that way.
Okay.
When we
And what
find
I'm
out
saying,
that that's all you want is to have sex,
so HQ,
then we're
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
all.
go
make
to
you
that.
pay for that.
Come on now, that's our nature. I've said that before.
HQ.
Of
Human beings are the
But
course.
only
wait a
people
minute.
that go
He
because
I'm gonna
asked
go to that.
me
every
why
woman
do
knows
women
men
take
want
money
it.
from men?
We
He
know
asked
men
me
want
why do
it.
women take money from men?
Yeah,
HQ. So
but
wait a minute.
HQ, we
I'm gonna go
already
to
know men want it. That's on the table. All men want it.
Yeah.
That's period. Men want it. If you a single dude, you want it.
Okay. So
So
what is your
why
point?
would you say if you give me 1,000, I'll do it? Because
No.
that means any dude then.
Yeah, so HQ, wait, that means that, like I said, let me just answer.
But
Let
the
me
men
give you this
already
one.
want it. The men already
Wait.
want it. Know it. We can't
So
give it to
HQ,
you.
if she says that, that means that no, okay, if she says, he said that, he don't want a relationship with me, that's what that means. But if she takes that offer, that means she doesn't want a relationship with no man.
That means she don't want a relationship with him.
No, because if she does that to
Relationship to
another,
a
if she take the 1,000 from him and she get into
A
a
dollar
relationship with another man,
set the precedence. Done that that excludes whatever she don't want a relationship. That she accepted that dollar amount.
Mm. I'm saying she don't want a relationship with you because she
Yeah,
took
but she
your
still
money.
but she still gave her
That
body
means
to
she can be
somebody for
bought.
money, so that means she can be
Of
bought.
course she can be. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Of course she can be bought. I didn't say she couldn't be bought. I just said, didn't I just say if you offer me 50,000, Renee is going. I'm going to wobble. Didn't I say
so
that?
HQ, so
I'm not
HQ, I gotta state just one more time. How many ways? Show us how many ways you can say woman ain't shit without saying
Look, I'm not willing to put that argument out there. I'm not willing to say those things
that is a
because
rabbit hole.
I ain't willing to say those things. I'm not saying women ain't shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're all on a spectrum. There's shitty human beings on one end, and then there's good, really angelic human beings on the other. I'm saying we're all in the middle. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying women are shitty. I'm saying we're all in the middle, and that's it. Don't put us on the end because we all ain't good.
Nobody's
We,
all
we ain't angelic. We not virginal, and we all ain't over here paying for sex and blah blah blah. We in the middle, so therefore we're all average and regular. That's it. So
yeah,
I'm not
I'd say
saying women are shit, ain't shit. I'm not saying men are not shit. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying we're in the middle. And we need to stop acting like women are all the way over here and men are all the way over here. That's not how that works. We're all in the middle.
We know that most of the people in this space
Right.
seem to be in the middle because we all keep coming back, so we're all focusing on the same thing. So we're the middle people.
Right.
We have to open our minds that there's a mass majority of the people on this side that are not trying to move in the direction we are.
Yeah, but the phrase
we got to leave them
women, but
behind,
the
cousin.
phrase women ain't shit and the phrase that men ain't shit doesn't do anything to help the conversation because I don't believe that women ain't shit and I don't believe men ain't shit. I believe we're just normal everyday people trying to get along. But when everybody comes and says women ain't shit, that means there's no room for women like me or Miss
so
Walker
HQ,
or
so
Miss Walker
HQ,
or Rose. There's no room for us. We're not
so
extreme
HQ.
at
If
all.
would you recommend a man ever be with a woman if he finds out that that woman accepted money to have sex?
It depends on his standards. It depends on what he wants.
I'm simply asking you, would you recommend it? Yes or no?
No, I would never recommend. I would never. Oh, she got paid to have sex. No, I would never recommend to do that. I would never recommend a woman take a man who paid for sex. Both ways. Oh, girl, I saw your boy down there paying for the local prostitute. No, I'm not referring him either.
Okay, so when should people be getting sex?
You said what?
When should people be getting sex? When should they actually be having sex? When's the proper time for people to have sex?
What do you mean, age-wise, or when they want to have sex? People should have sex when they want to have sex. What do you mean? I don't understand.
Okay. Under what
responsible adults? I mean, I can't tell people not to.
You can't tell people not to, and when
There's
and how.
so many ways to be responsible with your body out here, man.
Right.
So many ways to be responsible with your body. People out here don't care.
Yeah, right.
2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5. He got 7 kids. Women. That's what I'm saying. He got 7 kids. You got his third, his other baby mama, your other friend over there. But y'all don't talk no more because the other dude, it's all everything, man.
It's men and women across the board being reckless with their body and they peen and they vagina. They being reckless all over the place. But I can't tell nobody when it's time for you to have sex or when you should have sex. I don't know. That's between you and your partner when y'all decide y'all gonna have sex.
But it's true. I've heard you say, and again, I've heard you say that men should marry the first woman they knock up. Do you believe that?
Yeah, then you wouldn't have no baby. You wouldn't have as many baby mamas if you married the woman that you got pregnant. That's what I mean.
So that's what I meant by my question. Isn't the proper time for people to be having sex is in a marriage?
That's if you believe in marriage. I don't know when it's proper time for people to have sex. People are going to have sex outside of marriage. They're not going to have sex within marriage only. That would be an ideal, but then I wouldn't want to not have sex outside of marriage because then I would have to deal with a person that I may not be sexually compatible with. I don't know. It depends on the two human beings that are involved with each other when it's the right time for them to have sex.
I'm gonna drop off the panel. I'm gonna be listening. I'll be listening. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for having me up, HQ.
All right.
Have a good night, Jim.
All right.
I'm gonna be listening though. I'm just
gonna I'm gonna check out of here too because I should have been done checked out. I got 2 sleeping kids on the couch.
Hey, I'm gonna put my Cash App in there, so I'm trying to raise 50,000 for just a random thing. Yeah. All right, y'all take it easy.
Give me your final thoughts, Jay. Give me your final thoughts, Miss Walker. Give me your final thoughts.
This is a great topic. It needed to be expanded,
right,
so more people can get some input on it. Because, like I said, most of the people in here are married or in steady relationships, and so we're kind of in the middle. But a lot of people are closed-minded to the fact that there's a big ratchet side. There's a horrible big ratchet side, and that stems from the parents, not just men, but the women as well, both of them. And they're raising them in a chaotic way.
I got a question for you though. When you
yes, ma'am.
I got a question. So, do you think the men need to raise their standards and stop dealing with these hoes out here?
I do believe that, but I can't speak for the male anatomy. Sometimes it is stronger than our containment, but the control needs to be had where there's no kids made. But I can't speak for that.
Yeah, definitely. Speak that. Stop having these damn kids
on both ends. If men sexual appetite is ridiculous, and I get that. My daddy taught me that.
Right.
And they're having trouble getting the women they want, and then there's just free apples over here just dangling off a tree, and they get it. I can see where that comes from, but you gotta control it. Both ends, they gotta control that, and that's where I'm at on that. But there's a big far end of ratchets over here that's repopulating and nugs, and what they're doing is they're almost taking over to where it's bleeding us out to where we're so close in a certain group we don't even see that it's widespread around because we're where we are. We don't they don't even we don't even know that exists so far mass
Right.
beyond us. So we have to open our mind, and it starts with us teaching our children. Like I told mine, I'm going to be the I'm gonna start the new generation of big mamas. When they have their children within marriage, I'm gonna be big mama, and we can start it over. A lot of these people out here are already gone, lost,
Right.
turned out, gone.
Right.
It starts with the people that now that either got it together and want to make a change, do that, teach theirs, and start from there. And that's we can only get better from here. Other than that, we're going to continue to be outnumbered, and then it's going to be all hell later.
I, I believe you, Ty Pro. Deal with women that respect men. No, I say deal with humans that respect other humans. We got to do that. We can't just put the respect on just men and women. Women have a lot of disrespect, and so do men. So we have to put it on both parties. We have to learn how to regulate our sexual appetites. Otherwise, we're going to continue to have all these kids out here. Women need to do what they need to do to stop having all of these babies. Too many babies out here.
And that goes with teaching. Everybody needs to stop acting like sex is a taboo. Talk to your kids. Talk to them.
Right.
There's no pet names for penises and vaginas. Say that. Say
Right.
those words. Teach
Right.
them.
Right.
That's that. It starts there. Everybody's so scared to talk, but they get online and they learn that way. You know, all those other sites,
Absolutely.
all those other
Absolutely, Miss
and
Walker.
then they grow up thinking that that's life. That's not life.
That's
Talk
it.
to your children.
Thank you. Thank you. Prince, what is your final word on this?
Jamisa, again, great answer. That's what I was talking to earlier about just where we're getting, if we're going to use us as the same people, we're being outnumbered by people who don't understand what sex is and how to use it or have sex without, again, becoming agents of chaos and causing all of these kids to pop up that are furthering us fall down that path. So again, Jamisa's answer was perfect, but I do want to say to UHQ again, I appreciate you. You know, you went off the path a little bit through whatever circumstances, whatever means, and you came back and you got with a man. You did right by him. That's what we need. We need sensible women who are trying to be in relationships, who are trying to actually have healthy family structures and a healthy lineage.
I just wish people would be more, if there was a way to train and teach people to be more aware of the other party that you're trying to get involved with. Women to be more aware of a man's nature and give him what he wants. What somebody said it the other day, I can't remember who. Give him what he wants, not what you want to give him. That is a true statement. Why we can't learn to do something for the other party, and I get it. People want to be individual, but we as adults train these people to be individual people. This is partially our fault. I'm going to take accountability right now. We people, my generation, we trained y'all women wrong. We trained y'all to be independent, not needing nobody, not wanting nobody, not being under the care of a man, not looking at the value of a man. I get it. We fucked up on that part. I get it. Here's the thing. How do we draw y'all back into the circle and say, you don't want a man, you need a man? Instead of saying, I don't want a man. No, I need a man. Not the I want a man. You can want water, but I need a man. So how do we pull y'all back and say that? Can we pull y'all back and say, this is not slavery? Being under a man's covering is not slavery. It's protection. It's provision. It's safe to come over here. But men, you also have to make it safe for me to come over there and submit to you. I have to feel safe in order to come over there.
HQ, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Thank you for being a parent. I mean, that's right, and I appreciate that. And that's why I had asked earlier the men, what are things that they could do better? Did I not?
Well,
I asked them.
you fading in and out, hon. We can barely hear you.
I said, thank you for being a parent. Thank you for being truthful. That's why I asked the men earlier, what could they do to improve relationships?
I hate the way we have disrespect for the men and for the women, but I see that the more this is what I hate when I see it. When women dismiss men as though they're not important. When women dismiss men as though they're not important. Men are important. They're important for this world to function. And if you don't have men in this world, I wouldn't want to be in a world where there's no men. So I'm saying learn to respect and value a man's role in this world, even if you don't want one. Because some of y'all don't want one, but you still have to validate his role on this planet. Okay? Because we ain't gonna get nowhere if you don't respect the other half of the species. You have to respect them. You have to give deference to them too. Just like men say they give deference to women, they do all the things to make that woman this, that, and the third. Women have to do that too. And what I see when I talk to women on the panels, they dismiss men as though men are not even an option. We have to get back to the point where men are not just an option, men are a necessity. Not an option, a necessity. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. I believe in relationships. I'm just trying to work out and navigate where we go wrong, where are we going wrong in this whole dynamic. But I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that we need men. Okay? It's not a matter of wanting, it's a matter of needing men. And the respect, the dismissal of what a man brings to the table, regardless of whether he a newspaper man, a UPS man, a high value man, they all bring value to this planet. So when you say, I don't need a man, that kind of bothers me. Or I don't want a man, that kind of bothers me. Okay? And I see it. I see the disrespect. I see it on both sides. I see it. If we can look at each other and say, I need this person, not just as an outlet for sex, but an outlet for all of my thoughts, my desires, my fears, my wants. This is the other half of me. Then maybe we can make it better. And I just want to make it better in that way, right? And it's not a matter of jumping on men or women. That's not it. I just want to see, look, I could say I could say a lot of things, but I wish people could have what I had. I wish people could have a relationship the way I had, because I didn't feel like a slave. I didn't feel not heard. Hopefully he didn't feel not heard and not wanted. So I'm saying, I'm just trying to make it a little bit better. I'm just trying to hear it all. I'm just trying to hear every side of what is wrong and what we need to do to make this work. And I see y'all on Monday. I loved being here with y'all, and thank you very much for showing up. Hit the like button all the way out the door. Mr. Walker, thank you for the $2. I love you guys too. See, now y'all gonna make me cry because I'm thinking about my husband.